It's the Bald Podcast, episode 6.5. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
It's
notoriously bad at podcast openings, so I think I'm just gonna let you take this one, Chumpy.
uh welcome back to the Bald Podcast. It's me, Atlantic Champ. I'm joined
Atlanta Camp.
uh by my only fellow major course host, Swantron97.
Yeah,
Ilo
not even
Sasuke and Aborigines. We're like the only two major courses at this point.
Yeah, you see, with Aborigines, I'm a major course host. Is not. He doesn't count.
We're At this point, me and Swantron are only here for the jump clout and views.
Yeah, well, I'm also here to spread propaganda about Aborigines.
Yeah.
And then also institute the immediate hospitalization and then concentration camp capture of all the Roblox kids.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We're here to
We're kicking off.
take all the jump clout, and we don't care whoever we have to go through to get all our jump clout. We don't care who leaves the community, right?
Yeah, dude.
We're all for it.
This is also like
if people leave the community, and that means that I get just a few more viewers from it. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah, you are a notorious cloud chaser, Atlanta.
I'm a
Atlanta Camp.
notorious clout chaser. You know, if I was such a clout chaser, I ran my tournament 12, which was, just a literal meme. I am all for clout. That is all I do, and I don't care about people.
Yeah, Chumpy's actually just like an awful person.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think it's well
I'm like
documented.
you, Swan.
No, I'm a great person. I think it's pretty well documented at this point that Chumpy here is probably the most awful person in the jumping community.
You guys are all just numbers to me.
Just numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta fill up Aborigines. We jumped to 50 competitors.
I
might
gotta
be
get
going to
50
100.
competitors somehow. I mean, that's the only loss in, the minor course hosts leaving for me. Like, I get all this clout, but at the same time, I lose a number in my tournament,
Yeah. Other than that, fuck all the minor courses, right?
Yeah, fuck those guys. Real talk. This is
a
brilliant introduction.
So now here's where we have to clarify, because a lot of people can't really have the capacity to understand this. Those were jokes.
Yeah, right.
We were joking.
Not to some people.
We were joshing around. Get it?
Yeah, we're just joshing.
Just joshing. Just juicing around.
Yeah.
Uh.
Dude, you know what's really funny?
What?
Is the fact that you don't have a Sheets near your home. In the area you live in the world.
No, I do. The thing that I posted in Discord the other day, I was at work.
Oh, well.
I have one that's like 5 minutes from my house, dude. I go there like every day.
I love Sheets. Can we talk about that for a second?
The fucking Sheets life is absolutely real.
It's disappointing for me to be in a server with a bunch of people who don't have Sheets.
Yeah, it's honestly disgusting.
Right.
People who are saying that, like, fucking Kroger's or whatever the fuck is anything compared to Sheets. Dude, oh my god, I had to deal with the fucking...
Don't even get me started on Wawa.
I used to date this chick up in Waynesboro, and she used to always fucking talk about Wawa and Rudders, and I'm like...
Fuck Waynesboro. Waynesboro's a shithole.
Waynesboro is like partially a shithole, and the other half of it's just full of a bunch of snobby rich kids. And unfortunately, I was
Which makes it also a
shithole.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
SNL.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it wasn't.
Sheets is the only good fast food. I think that's what makes our courses major from the other kids, is that we go to Sheets and they don't,
For sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
That is definitely...
That's why we're 1 and 2.
Yeah. That is what makes a good course host is, fueling yourself with the proper,
mac and cheese bite.
Yeah, like
Wisconsin cheese bites.
Like if you don't start out your day with Sheets, then you're pretty much wasting your morning, and you're probably not going to be awake until 4 p.m.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, if you go to Sheets, you are seizing the day. Carpe diem, baby.
Hell, fucking yeah.
But anyway,
I don't even want to tell you how much money I wasted on Sheets during my semester.
Oh, bro, I don't even want to talk about that. Jesus. But basically, so this is like really early for me to be up on one of my days off. I was up to like 5:40 last night.
Yeah.
So
I was up till like 3 in the morning.
being up until like before like 3 p.m. for me right now is tough, and I'm sacrificing for the Ball podcast.
Hell fucking
You
yeah.
can probably hear it in my voice. I'm gonna have to like shake that out here in a bit, but we're
Yeah.
starting out Swantron tired boy hours.
Fuck yeah. I have to carry the fucking energy right now.
And
It's okay.
there's
I've done enough of these things.
and there's been a lot of pressure put on me for this podcast, apparently, to fucking just obliterate everybody in my path. I think in
Oh
the
god.
last episode, you guys were literally saying like, we're gonna save all this shit for the Swan podcast, so that Swantron can like get up in a fucking sniper's nest and just start fucking sniping Roblox kids,
God damn.
blowing their heads clean off right out of the Xbox parties.
Yeah. Well, I think we should get this started with talking about the fact that my co-host is absent today. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
he
rest
does.
Rest in peace, Junta. He is afraid of me because I told him that I was gonna beat him up, so he doesn't want to be in a party with me. So
Yeah.
he's not here today.
I mean, he's also still a little bit devastated that Aborigines has passed him in the major course category.
It's unfortunate.
And Halo Sasuke. So yeah, me and Hunter have that beef going, but I think it'll get sorted out eventually.
Which sucks because I had a few things that I wanted to say to Hunter, but I'm not gonna get the chance today.
That's such a shame, isn't it?
It is such a shame.
I feel like what Hunter carries is that like I feel like with British people, it's either you have like the silky smooth British accent, or you have the like loud and obnoxious one. Like for example, Strafe has the loud and obnoxious one, right?
Well, it's like there are also people out there with those like awesome British accents. You know,
Yeah.
those guys who sound
think-
like those tough sounding British accents, but those guys don't get on Xbox. You know.
Yeah. But I think Hunter's the closest thing in the community to that fucking silky smooth British accent, you know?
Yeah, Hunter's
Like, do you know
British
how
accent is
painful?
good.
Like, do you know how painful it was in episode 4.5 to have to talk to Strafe Helix in a podcast for an hour and a half?
Yeah, Strafe didn't do too bad. He's just
No,
he's
he
got a little
did.
bit of a brash voice. Yeah.
I'm just joking about his voice.
Yeah,
Sorry, Strafe.
but Hunter, he's got the good British accent. Z's got the good British accent. Z always sounds chill as fuck, you know? He just comes in, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, hello, everybody. You know, just, I don't know, I'm not good
Yeah.
at accents, but Z's always got that chill accent going. Meanwhile, it's
right.
just some of the British kids, it's like they're yelling all the time. It's like, fuck. Like, don't bring that shit to America, because in America, people do not like people who talk too loud. Like,
Yeah.
just as a general rule, like, quiet the fuck down. We're all cranky
For
in
sure.
America. Like, you can tell. Also, Hunter touched on something in
yeah.
the last episode, and he quickly walked it back. But he basically implied that 90% of the problems in jumping are because of Americans, and I just want to corroborate that and say that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
If the jumping community was
mean-
only Brits, we would all be fine.
But I mean, Caden and Cyrus exist. I mean,
Yeah, but they're kids, so do they count?
well, I mean, they are kids. They don't count to us, but like the people that do care,
Also,
care
Caden's Irish.
way too much. Well, yeah, but like he's not American. He
Yeah.
said 90% of the problems were Americans. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
you,
no,
you
Hunter
can
said
still
that.
include Caden and Cyrus and then, like, still land in that 90%. Like, because,
And
although Joey Davis insists that he is Canadian, so I guess we have to, because there's no bigger cancer upon the community than Joey Davis.
I don't think that I've ever like it's annoying because I think that you had this dilemma with like me 3 years ago, but I feel like Joey is just a chumpy version too.
Oh, yeah, dude, you 3 years ago was a pain in the ass. Because, like, I would sit there and I would have, like, a normal conversation with you. And then, like, the next day, you were out there making a fucking ass of yourself in the parties. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, get it together. Holy fuck. And I was fucking mean to you for years before you
hell
finally
yeah.
started to get your act together.
Fuck yeah. I'm a big kid now.
Also, the two of us are, we're here and we're a little bit salty right now because like one of the biggest drama bombs in the last 5 years went off the other day, and me and you were basically excluded from it, and that is no fucking bueno because we love
Yeah,
us.
right.
We
It
love to
is
be down in the middle
always
of it.
it is always either me or you.
Yeah, like it's just weird having a drama bomb that contains neither Swan or Atlantic Champ.
And you know what the worst part about it that is that when it doesn't include one of us two, it's always just fucking boring.
Except the Joey Davis stuff. Joey Davis does.
Joey Davis provides entertaining beef, but like whenever Caden Bogard puts I'm telling people not to run Rog's course in the Discord.
Oh yeah, like Caden Bogard beef. Oh dude, it's fucking rotten. No good.
And the worst part is that like people like fucking Irish and Sonic take that shit seriously, and I'm like, dude, he's a dumbass kid.
Yeah, he's just a fucking idiot. Like, don't even worry about. Dude, I get a message from Caden Bogard. I swear to God, every single day. I actually have one.
Really?
I actually got one this morning. Let's go and see if we can read it.
He found out you were going to be on the Bald podcast and is trying to launder your opinion so that he looks more positive to the community.
Yeah, maybe. So, you know what? I'll do him a favor, and I'll talk about Caden Bogard's plight real quick. How's that sound?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, he sent me a message the other day, and he said, Swanstrom 97, I'm so furious at ROG. He banned the Bogard. Can you do me a favor and ban him from Jump, please? First of all, I don't even fucking run Jump anymore. Like, and I just responded, why is that? And he messaged me today, and he said, because Cyrus told him to do it. I'm like, okay. Caden Bogard, if you're watching this, I really hate to break it to you, but the main
Cyrus
one
does
who
not
is
have
responsible for your downfall right now is probably me. I know,
I
top
see.
10 anime betrayals.
Yeah.
But like, just this whole deal that Caden Bogard is on is absolutely fucking stupid. And like, is it even worth the breath to explain it?
Yeah.
You know, like that's just taking oxygen out of the air to explain something to a brick wall. Like, dude, if I go on a fucking tangent and explain stuff to Caden Bogard, like, I'm gonna get put in a mental hospital for indulging in delusions. And
Yeah.
it's like hitting an empty pinata.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
There's no fucking point. You get nothing out of it. So
Yeah, right.
I'm just not gonna worry about Caden Bogard, and I implore everybody in the jumping community to largely. There's a set of people that everyone needs to just start ignoring. Caden Bogard,
Right.
Tricky Cyrus. I mean, he.
It's annoying with
If
Tricky
Tricky-
Cyrus, because, like, if he was acting normal, he's fine in part.
He needs to distance himself from Caden Bogard.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because
I think
Caden
that-
Bogard brings out.
No, you know who needs to separate? Ninja Jake is, like, a saint compared to those two.
Well, the Tricky Cyrus. And
But he
Ninja
gets-
Jake
he
need
gets
to
that
just
rep
drop
because-
Caden Bogard like a fucking, They just need to drop him. Like, fuck rid of him because he's making them look bad and he's bringing out the worst in them. And people would not have such a bad opinion of Tricky Cyrus if it wasn't for Caden Bogard.
Yeah.
Another person that people need to avoid in the jumping community, just ignore Joey Davis. Like, you know what? We did the Joey dance for a while. It's time to literally just ignore him. Don't make any statements to him. If he says something inflammatory, just ignore him. Get an admin, have him fucking put down, and then just ignore Joey Davis. And if you ignore him long enough, he'll go away because all he wants is attention.
Is that most people do ignore him now. It's just like he poked a bear at fucking Puma in that Discord server.
Well, Puma needs to learn. Look, Puma's one of my best friends on Xbox, and I've said this to him before. Nothing I ever say about anybody ever is something that I either haven't said to their face or am willing to say to their face. But Puma needs to learn to chill the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
I've told him that before. I'm like, dude, you gotta learn to chill the fuck out. Like,
It's
Puma's
kind of a bad look to see Puma, like, just fucking screaming at a 14-year-old kid for being stupid.
Yeah, and it's like Puma is a really cool guy, you know, in this
Oh yeah,
in
no,
this
he's one of my favorite
instance,
guys when he's just like
oh yeah,
normal in parties. He's one of my favorite people to talk to.
yeah, like they're kind of like I'll talk to Puma on the phone. You know, like me and Puma have been good friends for a long time, but it's just you know when it comes to this specific situation, I think that maybe he had a bit of a reason to go off, but it's just
Yeah,
the links that Puma takes it to, like blocking everybody on Xbox Live, leaving comments on YouTube videos and shit. It's just like chill out, like handle it in a responsible manner that isn't just gonna blow everything up, you know.
yeah,
And I've told him that over and over, and it's just like every time I see this really cool guy land himself in hot water to the point where now people don't really take Puma seriously. But you know, like regardless of your politics, you can't go, just shooting your hot takes on sensitive subjects into the fucking Discord. Not because
yeah.
it's, like I believe in free speech. I think that everyone should be allowed to say what they want, but it's like, do you think Joey Davis was like saying that stuff for like a good reason? Like, do you think he really thought he was gonna like change some people's minds and like really, like
No, it
make
was
them
attention.
understand? No,
Joey Davis lives for attention.
it was just attention, and it is
Yeah.
incredibly frustrating to see this happen over and over again, where Joey Davis just wants attention, and he gets attention every time. Dude, I have seen people sit there and have hour and a half long conversations with Joey about trying to fix his behavior. Do you think he doesn't love that attention? Like, do you think he isn't just sitting there the whole time fucking jerking off into a fucking paper cup?
No, he's like the fucking little shithead in the classroom, you know?
Yeah, he's an attention whore. That's it.
Yeah.
Joey Davis, he said the N word because he knew it would get him attention. He, said all that political shit because he knew it would get him attention. He pisses people off on purpose because he knew it would get him attention.
He's pretty good at it too, to be honest.
Well, it's like he'll sit there and he'll say some shit to get attention, and then someone will blow him up, and then he'll get salty immediately, which is what really pisses me off. I get
Yeah.
trying to get attention. When I was younger, I was like that a little bit. But then if you do something obnoxious to get attention, and then people start blowing you up because you're being obnoxious, you can't get salty and start telling people to kill themselves or say what he said to me. You can't fucking do that. And
Yeah.
like Joey, he must live one real sad life. Like
Uh-huh.
just like really like there's no way his parents love him. There's no way he has any friends. Definitely a virgin, jerks off 3 times a day for sure, guaranteed. Motherfucker is he wishes that he could get some amount of attention in his life, so he goes onto the jumping Discord and just does whatever he can possibly do to make someone, anyone, just even mention his name.
It's 2020, Chumpy. It's 2020, Chumpy.
Joey Davis is for sure like 2 incidents away from killing himself. Like
Oh
this
god.
motherfucker lives a sad, sad, sad fucking life.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that makes me feel bad for Joey, but you can't feel bad for Joey because he won't let you. Because
Yeah.
because if you feel bad for Joey, you're giving him what he wants, and then he's gonna fucking make you look like an idiot. So don't do it. Don't feel bad for Joey. Like
Yikes.
he's a fucking piece of shit. Fuck Joey. Honestly, you wanted me to
Yeah.
come on here and shoot. I'm shooting. Fuck Joey. That motherfucker is an all-time fucking grade A loner fuckhead weirdo who is better off just locking himself in his room all day and just dry humping his fucking pillow pet. Joey Davis is in a community where we have seen many cancers come and go. Joey Davis is the cancer. The cancer. There is not a single fucking cancer in this community that at any point who has ever even rivaled Joey. And it is to the point now where people are really debating trying to get him kicked out. We have never kicked anyone out of this community, ever.
Yeah.
But there are legitimate talks about getting Joey Davis banned from the Discord and banned from every course and then like on an immediate like party kick, right?
Yeah.
Just complete, absolute exclusion. Nothing like that has ever even been considered. And I would not be surprised if it happened to Joey. And he is something else, dude. Something else.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at myself for talking about him this long because I know that he's going to watch this and he's going to hear me talk about him and he's not going to listen to what I'm saying. He's just going to sit there and jerk off while I'm talking about him and saying his name. And I'm just giving him what he wants. So, fuck me. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
no, that...
I'm feeding into it.
Were you awake when the Discord shit was going down?
I was awake, but I was doing stuff.
Ah. So you weren't on when it was because I was on when it was happening.
No, I came on later because I was actually going to bed, and then fucking Puma calls me. And then I don't answer the call because I'm in bed laying next to my wife. And then he texts me and he's like, there's a jump revolution happening and we need you on our side. And I'm like, Jesus
God
Christ.
fucking damn it, the jump revolution.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started. Like, here's the deal. I agree. Jumping's been toxic. Nobody can deny it's a fucking toxic ass behavior. I at no point say that it isn't toxic. But I can't help but feel like it's a little hypocritical for it to be the people starting the revolution that it is. You know?
We're going down this path, aren't we? This one's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, I honestly,
Me and Elm talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
We came to what I believe is a pretty valid conclusion.
I want to hear it before I get into my point.
Here we go. Me and Elm came to the conclusion the other day that it is quite ironic that the people who are demanding this jump revolution because they're so sick of the toxicity in the Discord are the primary sources of the toxicity.
Yeah, no. Flame and Sonic are fucking toxic when it comes to jumping. Like, Sonic's a good kid as a person.
And you know, it's like Sonic...
But when it comes to jumping, he's fucking toxic.
Me and Sonic, I like to think that we're friends.
Me too. I think so too.
But, you know, he is also a little bit of a fair weather friend, I guess. But it's like, you know, friend nonetheless. But it's like, I can't sit here and lie about it. Like, Sonic's going around accusing people of clout chasing and wanting them to quit when they fucking did the same thing. They did the same fucking thing. You know what? When I was running Jump and no one gave a shit about it, fucking Sonic, Irish, and Flame were completely down with Jump. And in the moment that I talked about running Aborigines 26, all of a sudden they're sitting there talking about how if Aborigines 26 comes back and it's more popular than our courses, then that means jumping is broken. And then they're sitting there and they're talking about how, like, Aborigines is going to, like, ruin all the minor courses.
I think I'm the only minor course host that was, like, legitimately open to abs.
Well,
like, the only one who legitimately doesn't care about clout for that reason.
Well, you also did a little bit of riding the fence in that conflict, which I
did a little bit of I did a little bit of trying to not cause problems for once in my fucking life. That was what my goal was, but
I did give you some shit about that because
we've been through that.
Because I went and I blew Sonic up about it, and then he blew you up about it, and I blew you up about it. But you know, and you know, let me say something in the degree of fairness here. On the subject of Irish, you know, Irish said that stuff back then. I blew him up about it. I fucking talked about it in abs. I took jabs at him all through getting the band back together. I took jabs at him all through abs 26. Since then, I have nothing to be mad at Irish about. You know, like I think that I've said what I had to say about Irish, and you know, I have no evidence of Irish doing anything beyond that. So, for me, Irish is good. Like,
yeah,
you know, like he watched Abs 26. He like told me what he thought about it. He said he thought it was good, and you know, beyond that first incident, me and Irish haven't had any problems. And you know, he's been very kind to me and stuff. And so I can't sit here and shoot on Irish. And you know, personally, like, I don't really have much of an issue with Flame, other than him and Sonic are just killing me with this fucking like tone deafness. of just like
Mhm.
sitting here and playing the victim when it's just like they don't realize how much problems they cause, you know?
I think that they just don't think they're not open to the concept of them being the part of a problem.
Yeah, and that's an interesting distinction to make. They are not the problem, they are part of the problem. And you
Yeah.
know what? Like,
I make that clear. Jumping's toxic, not a specific person.
and you know, like,
Make that,
part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
yeah.
Like, there are very few people who are not part of the problem. Like, you know, like fucking Z Master isn't part of the fucking problem. Saying the Legend isn't part of the fucking problem. It's the
Yeah.
guys who go in there and mix it up every day. The guys who perpetuate things. And yeah, we perpetuate things a little bit. I like to think that I'm always trying to, you know, like work towards a certain end goal with everything that I'm doing. You know, like
Yeah.
I want the community to be a happy place, and I want the community to be a non-toxic place. But I also want it to be a place where you know, like we don't have to sit there and police people about what they say, because once upon a time, we had a jumping community where me and Ump were running abs, and everyone understood it was a joke, and I didn't have to explain to people
That is
like
a joke.
yeah, like I didn't have to explain to people like, no, I don't hate these people. We're fucking around. We're fucking
Yeah.
around. But then
Right.
but then you have kids who like fucking grew up watching Aborigines. Like fucking Joey Davis like probably started watching Aborigines when he was like fucking like how old is he now? 14. We started abs 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like and it's just like I see these fucking kids and it's a little worrying because I see these
Yeah.
kids who like are trying to be like us in abs and it's freaking me out because I'm like, bro, like that's not what we're actually like. We're fucking around. Don't make this your personality. Are you kidding me?
Right.
And Aborigines is marked not for kids. Like I do want to make that
Yeah.
distinction. Like you when you upload a video on YouTube, it asks, "Is this made for kids?" And it asks like, you know, like what is your demographic? My demographic is young adult to adult,
Yeah.
which is about 16 to 24, I think. Um,
Yeah.
and uh, so like, you know, I'm not gonna stop making my videos because there are these kids watching it, but it's like they shouldn't be watching it. And you know,
Yeah. Right.
like if you're a kid, like there's an app called YouTube Kids, and that's what their parents should be letting them use. But these parents are letting their kids unsupervised go onto Xbox and join parties with you know like people anywhere from the age of like
I
fucking
I don't I don't think I
16 to
can say anything
45.
about this. I joined when I was like 12.
Well, yeah, it's like you know what, like at 12 years old, you know, like it's different for different people. I'm more talking about people who are like single digit ages. You know, like like
Yeah.
I heard that there was a kid who joined a party and he was like 5 years old. It's like he shouldn't be here. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a good kid, but it's just like this isn't a place for him. You
Yeah.
know, like 5-year-old kids should not be joining Xbox parties with full-grown adults. Like I'm
Yeah.
25 years old. That means that I was 20 when this kid was born.
Fuck.
You know,
You're right. Yeah.
like it's just there. I don't know. Like, but I don't know. Back on my earlier point, if Sonic and Flame want the jumping toxicity to go away so bad, and they want people to stop chasing jump clout and wanting other people to quit their courses, then they need to do it first. Because
Yeah.
I
I
remember
agree.
when the whole thing went down with them not wanting me to run Aborigines, which they could never say to my face. I only knew because I heard it through the grapevine. They could never get the balls to say it to my face. I
Yeah.
told you right then and there, if they did it to me, they'll do it to you.
They're starting to do it to me.
Yeah, I know. And I told you it would happen. Because they don't understand the fucking market. Okay? Like, let's look at this from a fucking corporate standpoint. There are
Yeah.
competitive markets and then there are accruing markets, okay? In a competitive market, like, a lot of like you have some industries that have competitive markets, like you know, like with football. If someone else started a football league that went during the NFL season, then that would be a competitive market because the viewers have to choose one, and it's about brand loyalty. Okay, restaurants is a competitive market because you go out of your house, you want to go and eat somewhere. You're only gonna pick one place to eat unless you're like a fucking fat ass. You're only gonna pick, You're only gonna pick one place to eat. That's a competitive market. Jumping is not a fucking competitive market, and they act like they're so smart, but they do not understand this. Jumping is not a competitive market. Halo Sasuke doing well will make other courses do well, especially their courses, because they were affiliated with your course. Your course doing well is a good thing for them. Their course doing well is a good thing for you. There are people who watch every fucking tournament that is uploaded. They're not going to pick one because, this is the only course I watch. Like, they're not gonna fucking do that. That's not how it works, because these things don't come out often enough.
Yeah.
Okay?
For sure.
And it makes no fucking sense to me how they still think this, but then they talk like they're so fucking smart. It is not a competitive market. The only reason why they're so competitive about it is because they are obsessed with this fucking journey to becoming a major course. They want so bad to at least, if not be major, then reach the coveted number 4 slot. And that's why they were all so mad when Abs came back and then everyone ranked it at 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what to fucking tell you. I didn't rank it at 4 because I only ranked it at 1.
Hell yeah, major.
No, it's like
major.
I don't care where it's ranked. Abs does not need rankings.
Mm.
Abs is always going to have its own niche. Abs is always going to be the place where people know exactly what they're going to get. They're going to go there and they're going to get it. And if you don't understand that, like people were getting so mad that Aborigines was ranked higher than the minor courses, and they were sitting there trying to say that the minor courses were better than Abs, and it's like,
it's not true, honestly.
It's just objectively not true. I'm sorry.
It's not true. I'm working on it. Like, I've been working my ass off. You've seen me the last few days make things and send it to you. Like, I've been working my ass off.
Yeah, and you're just looking good too.
And like, it's like these 3 guys, they choose the method of bitch and complain because they used to have attention for a few months, and then Abs came back and they're losing that attention.
Well, it's not like people are watching their course any less.
No, it's just
Flame
that...
pulled more viewers in his premiere than I did.
Yeah, I think Irish did too.
Yeah. So, like, how's Abs hurting you? If anything, Abs probably got people more excited for upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, right. But, like, the big reason why I wanted to do this podcast was because I wanted to finally talk about how, like, I've been associated with those guys since they all started their courses. I was one of the earlier ones. I think it was Sonic, then mine, then the other 2, right? I was never a part of their clique.
Was Sonic's running before yours?
Yeah, his was. His ran...
I guess I must be...
His ran right around the time Rogs was doing 19. I started mine a bit after.
I thought you started...
Like, it's only a few months different. I must be
thinking of Atlantic Sasuke or something.
No, Atlantic Sasuke, we don't talk about Atlantic Sasuke.
No, actually, let's talk about Atlantic Sasuke.
Dude, those were the good old days. You were good at Atlantic Sasuke, bro.
I was, and you know what? So, like, I think the first time I met you, I don't know which one. I think
it was running Atlantic Sasuke.
Yeah, I think it was Atlantic Sasuke 2 or something, right?
No, it was the first one.
And for some reason...
You were in a party, you were El Tigre Blanco drunk off your ass.
So, I was sitting there, I was drunk, and I was also... I had a little bit of a pill problem back then. And so I was really, I was zooted, okay? Like, I was fucking zooted.
Damn it.
And I'm in this fucking party with the Phase 4 boys. And and I we got an invite from you, and the only reason I knew who you were was because at some point I saw your gamer tag somewhere, and it was like a memorable gamer tag, and that's the only reason I joined, because I was like, I kind of know who this kid is.
Yeah.
And then we join, and then you're sitting there, and you're taking it really seriously, like, and you're sitting there, you're like,
I was so serious when I joined.
champ.
Oh fuck! God damn it! God damn it!
And then we all start going fucking buck wild, because the way that Phase 4 always worked was they always fed off my energy, and when I'm zooted, I have more energy than anybody on the planet. And I'm sitting there and I'm screaming, I'm practicing the chorus, I'm like, what do we do, boys? And then they're all like, we roll hard all day, all night.
All night.
And we're getting fucking pumped, and then we do the run. I don't even know if I cleared, but I just remember we did the run. I think I might have cleared, or I at least made deep stage 1. And then, like, I was just, like, losing my shit. And then, like, that was, like, my first interaction with you. And then my other notable memory from Atlantic Sasuke, I think I've told you this one before, but I'd love to feature it on the stream.
Sure, yeah.
So, have you ever gone out to a party and drank just a bit too much and got blacked out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that used to happen to me quite a bit. It would be really weird. Like, I would sit there and I would remember being at the party and I would remember drinking, and then the next
I only
thing,
have one memory with that, to be honest.
the next thing I would remember would either be waking up in my bed the next day, or I would just, like, be in a random place.
Right.
One of these times, I go to this fucking party in fucking Rouserville. So, like, this is a ways away.
Oh God, you were in what?
By the way, in the last podcast, you said that you were really against drinking and driving, which I also am. But let's just say you would not have liked me back then.
Right.
Because I pre-gamed, drove to Rouserville, got so drunk that I blacked out, and then somehow I made it home. And then when I come to, I'm right in the middle of an Atlantic Sasuke Stage 3 run.
God damn it.
Like, I just remember kind of, like, coming to my senses, and I am, like, standing and looking at the cliffhanger, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then, like, I hear you over the mic, and you're like, Swan, you okay? And I'm like, huh? I had no idea what the fuck was happening, and then I think I failed the cliffhanger.
God damn it. So when he actually wakes up, he fails, but not beforehand. That's why.
Dude, honestly, I kind of compete better when I'm drunk. Like, a lot of Spartan Sasuke tournaments, I showed up drunk.
I've jumped better. Yeah, I've jumped better that way.
I think it's just like a nerve thing, honestly. And, like, you can definitely tell I'm on some shit when you listen to some of those interviews. Like, someone really needs to make a supercut of Swantron interviews, because they were ridiculous for a while. And Rock started, like, bleeping out the cuss words.
Honestly, don't tell Flame, but the last tournament he did that I ran, I was not there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I got a little out of control there. Also, I was a little salty that the fucking episode about fucking illicit activities was the one I was not there for. I was a little salty because there was nobody who was greater at illicit activities than Swan.
Here's the deal. I would have brought you on, then you would just outdo me with every story I told.
Dude, that podcast was wild. I was listening to it while I was at work. And honestly, the episode
my story's good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And honestly, the episode before was not great. Like,
no, it wasn't.
I work at Amazon, so I'm out on the road for 10 hours. So yeah. I listen to every episode of the Bald Podcast just because it's something for me to listen to. So
yeah,
I'm probably the biggest Bald Podcast fan.
No, dude, it's the Mahilo kid. He comments timestamps, like 10 of them in the fucking podcast.
Hell yeah.
How you doing?
Hell yeah. What's up, homeboy? Put a timestamp and
say... Put a timestamp here and say, oh my god, Atlantic Champ noticed me.
Noticed me, senpai, yeah.
I can't believe the #1 major course host noticed me.
Number 2.
Number 2, oh right.
Get it fucking straight. And then Ump is number 3.
God fucking damn it.
Ump is number 3. No, but I was listening to it, and like I was sitting there, and like the last episode was kind of meh, And so, like,
Yeah,
I was kind of like,
I
I
thought
guess
so
I'll
too.
listen to this. But then it was actually pretty entertaining. But what really shocked me is, like, damn, Hunter's been holding out on some of these fucking stories.
Dude, I know. He just like hit me with like a shit ton.
Right, like, he's sitting there going on, and I'm like, bro, this is like
Dude, the
TV show
Hunter,
shit.
dude, the Hunter homewrecker story.
Bro, that was legendary!
That's
That's
legendary.
fucking legendary!
Where are you
Fucking you're at a
skipping
house
over
party with
that?
the boyfriend there? Bruh! What?
Bro!
With that bowl cut? Like, what?
With that?
Are you kidding me? What? That's
What?
some wild shit, dude. And he's just been sitting on that story for the entire time I've known him?
Like for real?
Bro, what? It,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, the podcast, like, you guys are like, oh, we got like maybe like 10 minutes left, and then you go on for another like hour.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We just kept going.
And then like the entire podcast just completely changes, and then you like actually get into a pretty interesting conversation about the state of jumping. But it's, you know,
Yeah.
the jumping community is in a weird place right now because, I mean, when we first came around the jumping community, it was like the wild fucking west, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like there was
I
no
remember it still.
there
It
was no
still in.
jumping community. There were
No.
people who were loosely tied together because they competed on courses, and
I
then
feel
some
like
of them
there was
started to
just
become
the
friends.
Phase 4 parties, and then there was just like Snoz and Smokey in a party. And
Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah. It would basically be the whole community, and a lot of people like do not understand how it was back then. But it's like the whole community was basically would be there would always be one big party that was going on, right?
Yeah.
And you would usually have your Smokey, your Snoz, your Goat Tanks would be in there. You know, just Fireball. All of like the really popular guys would be in the parties, and
Right.
it was like considered to be, you know, like a new level of popularity if you were in those parties and if you got invited to those parties.
It's kind of a cult, really.
More of a clique.
Yeah.
But the jumping community just started out as, you know, like people were running these courses and they managed to get some persistent competitors, and then like so they would just kind of get to know each other, and like there was no community. It was just
No.
some friends, and
Right.
then, you know, like I remember when I came around, I started getting invited to those parties because, unlike most of you motherfuckers, when I came around, I was pretty much immediately popular.
Well, yeah, you you weren't, hi, I'm Atlantic Champ. You weren't that. Okay?
I'm also fucking hot.
Uh,
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 yeah, so I was in the big parties and stuff, and because I am the way I am, I actually didn't like being in the big parties because I don't
Dorky.
like, and because they were noisy. I don't like noise, you know, and it would just be, it would just kind of be like you would sit in there and it was like whatever Smokey wanted to do is what we were gonna do, and you know, we were just like people would like suck Smokey's dick. And let me point out, this is not Smokey's fault. Like,
no. So I think Smokey's a good guy.
some people have been waging this weird war against Smokey, and I just don't understand it.
God! Everybody drifts to him. I heard that last.
That is not Smokey's fault.
That's not his
He's
fault.
just popular. Like, fucking sue
You
him.
choose this life.
Fucking sue him. Smokey's a cool guy. Like, fucking leave him
He's
alone.
cool, yeah. Yeah,
He just wants
he's
to run his fucking course and hang out with the people in the community that he likes. 'Cause
He also listens to Bryce Fine. I appreciate him for that.
people get mad because Smokey doesn't like invite them to their parties enough and stuff, or invite them to his parties.
Again,
and
it's a
stuff.
cult.
It's, you know, it's not a cult or anything. It's just like he has no obligation to invite you to a party. What are you getting mad for? He
That's not
wants
his
to be in a
job.
party with his
I mean, if
friends.
you ask for an invite, he'll send you one.
Yeah, but for the most part, he wants to be in a party with his friends, and he wants to play with his friends. Like, just because you're in the jumping community doesn't mean you're someone's friend. Okay?
Yeah,
Like,
I
doesn't
think, I
mean...
think that's a weird misconception we need to talk about.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like, fucking... Who's a random fucking guy?
We have friends
Like-
in the community.
Like, fucking Soul Reaper. I've met Soul Reaper. He's a cool guy. I wouldn't call him my friend. I barely fucking know him, you know?
Yeah, right.
And
We like Solva.
yeah, I'm sure he's a really cool guy, but it's like he's not my friend. And if I see him online, I'm not gonna like automatically invite him to a party. You know,
I
like
don't get the concept of needing to be everybody's friend.
it's weird. It's just a
It's
weird
really
deal, dude.
weird.
But it's
Remember that one time I got completely what's the word? Oh God, what's the fucking word? I can't think of it. Whenever you like get taken away from like the village, like in medieval times, exiled. Remember when I got exiled to Cheese's life and Talking King?
yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? You fucking
Has that
asshole.
not come up on the stream?
No,
Oh, so this was at the tail
fucking
end of
prick.
the Jump Wars. That weird era of the Jump Wars where it was kind of like the main conflict had been resolved, but now there was like still some skirmishing going on that like involved like Strafe, and it was still like kind of Hunter against Rog, even though that they were supposed to have squashed it.
Yeah.
And you were Hunter's fucking lapdog. You would follow Hunter around, and you would regurgitate anything that he said.
And to be fair, I just straight up didn't like Rog, and he didn't either, so I just did that. Yeah.
Which there's no point in going into that topic because it's years
We've
old,
done that.
and
We've
it,
done
and
that
it has
before.
been far from squashed, or the opposite of far from squashed. It had been more than squashed. Like
Yeah,
Rog and
we're
Hunter are
good.
good friends now, and you and Rog are
We're all
good friends
good.
now. Um,
Yeah.
but basically, so you were pissing me the fuck off because Rog was one of my best friends in the community.
Yeah.
Me and Rog have always kind of have had like a unique relationship where there are certain personal aspects that me and Rog relate with. We have certain similarities that like kind of make it so that we understand each other in a way that most people can't. Um, so Rog, I've also at times been a little bit protective of Rog.
Yeah.
Um, and with Hunter coming along doing his thing, I got in countless arguments with Hunter about it. But then when this little fucking pissant Atlantic champ fucking came along and started squawking at Rog, I was not fucking having it. And you kept fucking going on and on. And then you fucking posted a fateful comment. And I know that there are still screenshots of it hovering around out there somewhere. I know you deleted the comments since then, but you posted this fateful comment. I don't remember what the whole thing was, but everyone remembers the first line where you said, "Before it seems like I care, I don't."
Where'd you get the fucking echo, bro?
It's my mic.
Oh my God, that's sick. What the fuck?
And then you went,
What?
and then it went on for a whole nother paragraph. And if you guys think that I'm mean to people now, oh man,
You were so mean to me.
my responses, like my replies to that comment, were probably some of the meanest shits that I've ever fucking said.
Oh my God, you don't.
I
You guys, honestly, I think that the new kids in jumping don't understand. Because, like, a lot of the comments that are made nowadays are fucking mid compared to what were made back at that time.
Oh, I am so tame now. I'm so fucking tame now.
I know,
And
it's so lame.
so
I
um,
just, I want to see, like, I want to go back to the times whenever kids would get bullied out of the community, just because some of the kids nowadays fucking deserve it. Anyway, sorry.
no, we're all for a happy community these days.
Oh, yeah, positivity. We're a major core. You guys are all just
But
numbers to me. I need
your
that
big
number.
mistake there that led to your exile was that you went and posted a public comment on a video that got a lot of views. And then my replies to those comments got noticed very well because, the comment gets posted as a big long comment, so it's going to draw your eyes to it.
Yeah.
And then all the replies on it made it so that the engagement went up, so it was one of the top comments.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody saw me and Rog just undress you in front of everybody. And it was bad. The next day, me and Rog are talking about it, and you had this like picture of yourself that I don't know if it was like your Skype profile or whatever. Remember when we used Skype?
Oh
Um,
yeah, no. Rock still has that picture on his fucking computer. It's fucking weird because I was like 12.
yeah, but it's like this picture you took of yourself where like it's like a really bad camera angle and you're like making a weird face. And
Yeah, I did that on
unfortunately
purpose.
for
Yeah.
you, it provided a perfect alley for Rog to simply caption it before it seems like I care, I don't, and then he posted it everywhere. And
Yeah.
it got everybody laughing so fucking hard. And then the
Yeah.
final
I
nail in the coffin was, what was it, Abs 9? One of the season 1 Abs
was it the
tournaments.
one where it's the I'm back, coming out of retirement, showed how
Yeah.
big his dick is.
Yeah, that rant right there put the final nail in it, and then nobody wanted anything to do with Atlantic Champ. You were ruined after that
You guys fucked me up pretty good.
because, contrary to popular belief, Abs is very popular in the community. Um,
No, it's the #1 course.
yeah,
Big deal.
it's actually the number 0 course.
It only exists to be in front of Irish Warrior and Spartan Ninja Warrior
It like
and Ninjas of Halo.
it specifically Irish Warrior.
It's to put them motherfuckers in the grave.
Yeah, fuck the minor courses. Death to the minor courses.
I hate minor courses.
That is the mantra of Aborigines, of course. Again, let's clarify. These are jokes.
Not for me.
Yeah, I know the wound's a little fresh for you, but yeah. So then you were not allowed, like you were on like party kick basis, like
Oh yeah.
like on-site party kick. Like people did not want to fucking deal with you. I remember being in parties.
I was what people are starting to think about doing to Joey.
Like it was so hilarious because like we would be in a party. Like I'd be in a party with someone, and then I'd see Atlantic Champ join the party, and then I'd immediately see Atlantic Champ left the party. You know, just because you would just
You guys
immediately
were
get kicked.
fucking mean.
Nobody wanted anything to do with you. And yeah, you know, we were a little mean, but at the same time, you were fucking asking for it because you were a little shit back then. And you know, you didn't get kicked out of the community. Like you eventually worked your way back in, but it's like, you know, it was kind of a natural way of the social dynamic kind of, you know, giving the pimp hand to some people, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's how things like that work is, you know, that natural dynamic, like give him the fucking pimp hand.
God.
And I know those wounds still cut deep for you. Because you had to hang out with Talking King and Cheese's life for 6 months.
Oh, did I ever tell you that I knew about Cheatgate way before you guys found out? I've been in the party whenever Cheese and Talking King would go on the fucking Abs 12 map. I would just like, hey guys, that's against the rules.
That was so funny too because there are actually a few people in on it. Like I figured out years later that I think Petrillo was in on it. Even though I didn't even know he was around back then. But he could have been lying.
Yeah.
Sometimes Petrillo has this weird habit of just saying shit that is absolutely not true.
He's yeah.
And then he kind of just like immediately like the next time you bring it up, he's immediately like, yeah, that never happened. So it's not like a big deal, but like sometimes he'll just like say some shit and then it'll just be absolutely not true. So I don't even know if that's true. But yeah, that was a whole infamous incident, which
No, I knew about it.
yeah, it was so funny though because we were like, Cheese, who all is in on the fucking practice gate? And he was like, I'm not telling you shit. And we're like, all right, so you're banned permanently. And he was like, it was this person, this person, this person, this person.
Hell.
Just immediately caved. And then we banned him too.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, it was brutal.
You know, I've
And then
been
that's
in the
where the
party
dancing
before.
Spider-Man came from.
That's so fucking true. I forgot. Hell yeah. Remember when you made Talking King cry?
Do I really need to publicly address this?
I think you've already done it. I just like to keep bringing it up because it pisses you off.
As I said in Getting the Band Back Together episode 3, I wasn't even talking to him. I was yelling at Mighty Blockface.
And he just, dude, I was in the party and I just hear fucking sobbing going on. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Were you there for that?
I was there. Yeah, no, I was there.
So there are a couple legendary conquests of Swantron 97. The very first one was Sneak Killer 7.
Oh my god, dude, Sneak Killer. Dude, have I told you about my one interaction with Sneak Killer?
Was it sad?
No, I asked him to run my, because whenever I started doing the Atlantic Sasuke, you know how there was the Halo jumping group,
Oh yeah.
like Xbox part like group.
Yeah.
I would just message people that were in that and ask them to run. And one of them was Sneak Killer. So I asked him to run my course, and he said yes. So I went and he did that, and he started talking just like heavy amounts of shit on my map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was bad looking, of course. But like,
It wasn't that bad.
I was sounding like fucking on helium. You knew I was a small kid. You don't talk shit and say that your courses are better, right? I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Right.
You're not gonna talk shit on Foamy Warrior
Hang on.
because it looks bad, you know?
I'm just gonna go and. Is there a Foamy Warrior?
It existed. I think 8 people want it.
Oh damn. See, let me scroll down my playlist. Oh,
No, but like,
Ultimate Warrior. Here we go. Was it Ultimate Warrior 4? Yeah, I think so.
it's the one I got to, the final one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, that's my peak jumping moment.
I don't know. It's depending on the time.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not known for time, but I'll give it time.
Alright, and how are you feeling going into stage 3? Were you feeling confident or were you worried?
Okay, so I was practicing for like an hour and 20 minutes the other day.
For Ultimate Warrior.
Basically on stage 3.
Fuck yeah.
I had beat it 3
Fuck
times in
yeah.
a row, so I felt pretty good.
Alright. So, you're gonna have 30 seconds to attempt the final stage. Just one last time, how are you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
No, I remember when you asked the final time, I was like, what the fuck is this guy up to asking me twice? Fuck you.
No, so while I was doing the interview, I was like, sorry, I was doing something else. So like, I wasn't really paying much attention to the interview. Like, I was like trying to set something up or something.
Yeah.
And so like, I was kind of trying to like stall for time.
Oh my god.
Dude, I miss Ultimate Warrior though. Like, let's talk about Ultimate Warrior for a minute.
Dude, it was the good old days.
I miss Ultimate Warrior.
Life was simpler when
fucking
Ultimate
fun.
Warrior was happening. Life was so much simpler.
Like, Ultimate Warrior was, like, people would, like, come in there.
And you know what the worst part is about that interview, Swan?
Hmm.
Is that I totally fucking lied about the hour and 20 minutes. It was definitely closer to 3.
Yeah. But Ultimate Warrior, it was like I built this, like, easy course. I just had some fun with it. And then people showed up, and, like, they were, like, jumpers who weren't good. And they got, like, really into it. And, like, it was fucking fun. And it wasn't a lot of work for me. And it was just... And it gave a lot of these younger jumpers confidence. Like, let's look at the fucking roster of Ultimate Warrior real quick. We had you, we had Flame, we had Rog, we had a lot of guys who ended up being these awesome jumpers. And I'm just gonna take credit for that.
No, I'm gonna take credit for it. Fuck you.
I'm gonna take credit
Take
for
credit
it.
for my own success.
You guys got good because you got confidence from Ultimate. No, but it's hard. It can be hard to find a foothold when you first come into the community, and I think the Ultimate Warrior might have been a little bit of a foothold.
Yeah.
It was just fun, and
It was, of course, fucking Atlantic champ with that voice could make a fucking final on. It's like...
yeah, it was just a fun time. I miss Ultimate Warrior.
Life was so much simpler.
It's just I can't run Ultimate Warrior now because it's like I hate all kids now.
Oh my god.
Also, I honestly kind of wish I hadn't used that dope ass name for that course, because that's a dope fucking name, Ultimate Warrior.
Hell yeah. But I mean, I think that's kind of part of a brand though, is it plays itself up in the name and then you just go on, it's fucking easy.
Like honestly, like maybe one day in like Halo 7.
Halo
Once everyone has forgotten about Ultimate Warrior, I'll come out of retirement and then start up a new course called Ultimate Warrior.
God fucking it. No,
Just to use
I'd
that
do
name.
it first.
Also,
'Cause, I stole Sparky's course's name. I'm just saying.
you were not the first.
And Killers.
Sparky was not the first, or Killer was not the first
And
person to
Killer.
use Halo Sasuke. The first Halo Sasuke, I think, was on Halo 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that name is not new.
Hell yeah.
There is nobody who is in the community now who can claim to be the first Halo Sasuke.
Hell yeah. Well,
You're-
nobody can claim it, and that's why I will be claiming it.
You remember when me and Hump
Hell
stole the name
yeah.
Halo Warrior from Flame and then ran 2 tournaments and then
Yeah.
never did it again?
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
Flame hadn't run a tournament in 2 years, alright? So,
I love the names for courses because most people just like fucking have some mix up of. It's like they put in keywords and then organize it in some way.
yeah, it's literally you just have some words and then you just mix them
Halo,
around.
Spartan, Warrior, Ninja,
Halo, Spartan, Ninja Warrior, Sasuke,
Sasuke,
Rising.
Rising.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Honestly, I like, I think that's why I like Tasuke. Like, obviously, it's just a, abbreviation of Taco Sasuke. But
Yeah.
I just think that's a cool name. Tasuke is memorable. But, like, and then, like, Irish Warrior is very short and to the point. Like, Irish
Atlantic
Warrior.
Sasuke.
You know what it is. Atlantic Sasuke
Atlantic
was
Sasuke.
a little goofy. I honestly think putting Sasuke in it at all is a little goofy. For Rogue, it works because you have the alliteration.
Yeah.
Halo Sasuke. I mean that one.
It's what it is.
So it's like I could see people like seeing that name and like taking it a bit more seriously because like it sounds like it's like mainline sort of thing,
Right.
Like
That
it
was the whole
sounds a bit more
point.
professional, I guess.
That was the whole point.
But at the same time, it's just kind of like, fuck. We had Spartan Warrior, we have Ninja Warrior of Halo, Halo Ninja Warrior, Halo Sasuke, Halo Warrior, Spartan Ninja Warrior.
It's kind of hard to separate.
Soon we're probably gonna get a Spartan Warrior. Well, no, there already was a
Fuck,
Spartan Warrior, wasn't there? Wait, fuck, I'm
Yeah,
an
it
idiot.
was,
That was the very first fucking one.
Yeah. Yikes. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Move
let's
it
just
on.
pretend that didn't. But you know what? I'm just gonna take this opportunity real quick to show some love to my old courses, because you know what? Ninja Paradise was kind of dope.
We like Ninja Paradise. I
Like,
don't know how many. Did I only do 3 and 4?
oh, I don't even know. I don't think there ever was a 4. Well, okay, I started running 4 and then I didn't finish it because everyone failed the first stage. And then I wanted to do
Yikes.
something different, and I was like, fuck it, like, we're doing abs now, I'll just focus on abs.
Right. Yeah.
But Ninja Paradise, like, you look at those maps, they don't look like early Halo 5 maps. Like, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. No. I like.
And, like, one thing that I will always give myself credit for is that I've always tried so hard to have innovative obstacles. And I think that in Halo 5, I think that I had a good degree of influence on, like, a lot of obstacles you saw come down the tube,
Right.
Because, like, Rog borrowed a lot of my obstacles with my permission. Some without my permission, but that's fine.
Right. That's
Um,
awkward.
and,
Big house.
well, no, apparently he asked Dump for that. But, and, like, I think Rog, me and Rog would hang out together a lot and build together a lot, so I think I influenced his a little bit. I see a lot of minor courses that have, some shades of some of the obstacles I made. But Ninja Paradise had some cool shit in it, especially considering it was early Halo 5. And then also Ninja Paradise 3, I just love that video. Fucking starts with the fucking Numa Numa song.
Oh my god.
It's just like,
video's
oh,
awesome.
shit.
That dude.
Probably the greatest jumping tournament intro of all time.
Oh, absolutely. You just have like the mantis walking in the water. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a
Hell
great
yeah.
fucking time. And then, like,
Hell
the
yeah.
camera runs into a wall and then immediately says, camera work by Ethan Swan. Then we already talked about Ultimate Warrior. I've run a lot of courses. I wish that
Jump.
Kmart Warrior had worked out. Maybe one day.
Oh yeah, I remember. Maybe one day we'll do it.
Maybe one day. There is another secret course that may or may not be up on the internet.
Oh God. Which one?
Maybe there's some clues to that.
What? What are we talking about?
DWW. Anyway, yeah, then you know what? Jump.
I remember I ran abs ripoff with cheese.
Yeah, I very vaguely remember that happening. I obviously
Where
wasn't there for it.
where I just started making obstacles the size of fucking Canada.
And then Puma ran an abs ripoff.
Oh yeah, he did. True Sasuke, remember that.
And then was actually
Remember
trying
when Puma made me forge a map for him and it was terrible looking, but he was like, "This is great. This is the best thing I ever did."
Yeah, but when
And then
Puma,
and when I forged all of it, and then he took all of the credit for it.
actually told Puma that he would help him make it. True Sasuke.
No. Because it's not a dumb idea. He just did it in a dumb way.
Yeah, well, it was basically still wanted to do abs, but like I was fucking MIA at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like this was like during like where I was gone for what, like, was it over a year?
Was that time?
No, this was like 2019-ish. The first time I disappeared.
Was that the tournament 15 handshaking incident of what did Ron call it? Declining health conditions?
Failing health conditions, yeah.
Hell yeah. Swan's still alive.
Yeah.
Let's go. He
I
defied the odds.
I pulled through, guys. I fucking
He
pulled
defied
through.
the fucking odds of tournament 15 failing health conditions.
No, but with jump honestly hurts to talk about a little bit, just because I put my fucking
here's
heart
the
and
deal.
soul into jump.
A jump was a fucking great course, and then you started taking out obstacles that were really good because people started complaining about them.
Well, okay.
The fucking what was that called? The
catapult? Okay, no.
That obstacle was fucking awesome. I love
It is
that
awesome.
obstacle.
But at the same time, the people who said that obstacle was inconsistent, they were right. And I would not have taken it out if I didn't think that they had a point. The catapult, it was a little bit like, there would be a lot of times where people would fail it.
Yeah.
And then fucking Petrillo's run on the catapult, where like the thing kept going through him because he was laggy and stuff, and I just stopped the timer, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I got rid of it. Plus, the rib cage was a cool obstacle.
Nah, but I remember, because was it the last jump you premiered that like there was like Booker at the premiere, and, like maybe 2 other people.
So, yeah, I did the premiere. I hyped up the premiere for like a whole week, and then I do the premiere. I get in a watch party, and the people who were there's a party of me, Booker, and Cheese, and Cheese is playing Call of Duty. So me and Booker are watching it, and then there's that Omar guy who's in the live chat who watches like every jump tournament.
Yeah, right.
And that was a little demoralizing because it was just I put my fucking heart and soul into jump, and then it was just like, you know, like it just nobody really gave a fuck about it, and that's not that's fine. Like I'm not like giving anyone shit about not caring about jump, but
I don't. Yeah, I was about to say. One thing I've learned is you definitely can't like be upset about people not showing up to a premiere.
Yeah, and
like
it's like, you know what, like people didn't care about jump. It didn't do enough to make a name for itself, and you know, maybe if I kept going with it, it would have. But just the amount of work I was putting into jump, because like the Jump 3 episode 1, dude, I spent probably at least 17 hours editing Jump 3. Like I put so much fucking work into it. I had to wrestle my computer about it because I was editing on a potato at the time. Like Abs 26, I edited on my new computer, and I think it shows because I got that shit done one afternoon.
yeah.
But like Jump 3, I put so much work into it, so much work into building it, so much work into editing it, and like, you know, everything. And it was just like people didn't really give a fuck. And then started being like, hey, do you want to do abs again? And it's just kind of like, it made sense to just like focus on abs and not worry about jump. Especially since Halo 5 was about to be over anyway. Like, you know, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And the next episode of Jump might come out at some point, but it definitely won't have that amount of effort into it. I might just have it out just so that people can see it.
Right.
But I just... It made me a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was never angry about it. I was more just like I was sad about it because I put so much work into it and I really wanted people to see it and, like, you know, like, see, like, how much I had progressed as an
I watched
editor.
it. I liked it. Like, the editing was really good.
Yeah, because, like, I've really been stepping up my editing in the last few years, and, like I really tried to go all out on
Abs
Jump.
26 looked really good.
Yeah, and I mean, Jump had more bells and whistles than Abs 26 did. Like, Jump even, it had, like, the little nameplate that would swing up out of frame, and then, like, at certain points, like, there would be that bit, those, like, closing doors and stuff, and, like, I had sound effects with it and stuff.
Right.
And I just really tried to make it all out, but it just didn't go the way I wanted.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of what I'm doing with fucking my tournament.
but
Going ham.
people give way more shits about Halo Sasuke than they did about Jump, so. Also, I think that Jump had one of the coolest names.
Yeah.
Like, he was pretty cool. Like, it was like, what's the name of your course? It's called Jump. You know, it's very simple, very, like, stand out, but it didn't work out, and, you know, if I had more time, then I'd do it, but I don't. So.
Right.
I wonder...
Yeah.
I do wonder, like, are people still open to running tournaments that are on Halo 5?
What do you mean? Like, if you ran a Halo 5 course?
Like, if I did Kmart Warrior on Halo 5, do you think people would do it?
Oh, God. Probably not.
You don't think so? You think people are...
I feel like it wouldn't have attention on Halo 5 right now. Because everybody's kind of pushing the Infinite right now.
Well, I think Kmart Warrior actually had an opportunity to get a good bit of popularity because, it was really fun, and it was really unique.
Yeah, it was just goofy. It was great.
So I think that if I
still remember at 2 in the morning just typing ideas back and forth. That was wild. Good times.
Yeah. It was a shame that we didn't actually end up finishing it because I thought it was going really good. And then you went off to college, so it was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day Kmart Warrior. Do you remember us sitting there spending hours building a Kmart parking lot?
Oh my god, we did. We spent way too much time on that.
Honestly, that's probably the point where me and you, like, really became friends. Was, like, when we were working on Kmart Warrior. Because we were, like, kind of friends before that. But then it's, like, after the Kmart Warrior thing, it was kind of, like, we actually, like, became friends, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kmart Warrior would have been great. Are there any other
the good old days?
I feel like there's probably some other fucking course I ran.
Let's talk about the courses I ran. Because I ran Atlantic Sasuke for a while.
And then Abs Rip
I
Off.
also did Abs Rip Off, which was pretty much just like, I'd make obstacles that just went on forever and called it a day. It was a good time. Shout out to Cheese if you're watching this. You're not, but like, shout out to Cheese.
Cheese
I also
better
did.
fucking watch
Did I
this.
tell you that I did the next Great Jumper, which is pretty much just Ultimate Warrior ripoff
I think you
for like
mentioned
7 tournaments.
I think you mentioned it to me.
I did like 7 whole tournaments where I got like 20 runners of people that just weren't that good because those were the only friends I had.
Yeah, there's been a few little forays into that genre of, you know, like the undercard jumpers, right?
Yeah, because Rog did Sasuke Adventure. Right?
Yeah, Sasuke Adventure or something. Which
had potential.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have let me and Flame compete as Big Vang and Little Vang.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Although, me and Rog did have an agreement, like, when I competed as Big Vang, I competed with a different controller setup. So, like, at first it was, like, really difficult, but then, like, here's the problem, is I kind of started to get good with that different setup. Like I kind of started to like get the hang of it, and then like I started doing really good. But I don't know.
Oh God.
I thought it was fun. Also, yeah, I think you want to finally reveal some stuff that has never been revealed about Spartan Sasuke.
Sure.
So let's see here.
Let's do it.
What is my clear streak in Spartan Sasuke? It was from 5 to 13.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Was your run
13.
scuffed in 5? A lot of runs. No, 7 was when there was a lot of scuffed runs.
No. So we can get into that because I have all the deets for tournament 7. But also I do want to say I did compete in Spartan Sasuke 14.
You did?
Yeah, I was all Tigre Blanco, and I cleared.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot you did do that.
I fucking cleared.
I think I've heard about that.
And so that technically means I got 10 in a row. I also didn't even fucking practice for 14, like at all. Like Rog really wanted me to do a run because he just needed another spot. And I was like, I don't want to compete under my account because I haven't prepared, but I'll just compete as an alt.
Right.
And I just went in there. I literally did like 5 minutes of practice, cleared the first stage, and then failed like late stage 2.
Yikes.
So technically, I got 10 in a row.
Yeah.
And then 15.
You didn't use that run, did he? The one where you cleared?
No, it was in the tournament. Like it's in the video.
14?
Yeah. El Tigre Blanco is in 14. And people got mad at me for it. Like, I remember Hunter and Ump lit me up about it. They were pissed. Because technically El Tigre Blanco was a newcomer.
No, there were only 3 clears in 14. That was a tournament I got first place in.
Let's fucking look it up then, Chumpy.
I think it was 16 where El Tigre Blanco cleared.
No.
Because 15 had no clears, and that's when he did that run.
Yeah, I don't think I was even around for 16. So let's scroll down and find
I think your math ain't mathin', dog.
Bro, I think that you're on some fucking drugs, Chumpy. So let's see, let's just go to stage 2. He's gonna have that little thing. Boy, am I gonna look dumb. Wait, is this stage 3? How did I fucking miss stage 2 and then get to stage 3? Fucking hell. Rog's videos are so hard to fucking find shit in.
Yikes.
No, this is stage 2. Fucking get on with it, Rog. Jesus Christ. This is why we used to always make fun of his intros and fucking abs.
Yikes. Hansen say ha.
Fucking hell, Rog. Alright, we have Talking King.
It's Talking King. Fireball me.
Huh, maybe you're right. Damn. So it's not
Damn
technically 10 in a
straight.
row. But that means I technically do have... How many fucking clears do I have on Spartan Sasuke? I have 3, then 9, so that's 12. 14? 14 clears on Spartan Sasuke because I cleared in the last 2.
Yeah. How many do I have? 5, 7, 13, 14, and then every tournament since then, not including the Infinite one, because we're not talking about results for that. What tournament is Rog on right now? 23?
I am not sure. I think 23?
So...
Also, how awesome would it have been if I
3,
had actually
so
cleared at
16.
19?
So I had 8 clears in a row, technically. Swan.
I had 9 get fucked.
Going. Well, fuck.
And I
God damn it.
I have a total
I'm not
of,
gonna talk about results,
I
but
have a
that's
total
a fuck, man.
of 14.
That's a fuck moment.
I have a total of 14 stage 1 clears. And then I have a total of 6 stage 2 clears.
I have
3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
I think
13, 7.
I tied the current stage 3 record, but I think it got broken by Smokey. Like I tied your record. on
What,
stage
the
3.
consecutives?
Yeah, right.
Because I got, what, 5 in a row?
Yeah, I got 5 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I was the shit back then, dude.
I was the shit back in it. It's a bit less time ago, but I used to be the shit. Now there's fucking kids everywhere.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I have
Remember when I got
7...
to the final on Rog's course? I was a shit. That was...
So wait, hold on,
Sorry,
wait. So I made stage 3 in 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, then I failed stage 2 and 12 and then cleared in 13. And then I made stage 3 in tournament 3, so that's 7 total stage 3s.
Let's talk about how...
And then 1 stage 3 clear.
Ever since 14 and slowly declining more and more after 19, I used to be the shit on Rog's course.
Unfortunately, I wasn't really there for that.
No, you were absent for that, yeah.
Yeah, but
And then everybody said I had an ego, which has been completely destroyed by the behavior of children nowadays. Remember when everybody said I had an ego? Good days.
Vaguely. My life was a lot happier back then because I didn't worry about jumping drama.
Yeah.
I just wasn't around. My life was happier, and then I came back and everything got worse.
Yeah. Can we, go back to, I want to talk about how, you know, how much I really wish that all the minor course hosts would just, like, you know, disappear one day so that I can, you know, take all the clout from them. Can we go back to that? Because, like, I came into this podcast with some goals of my own. I wanted to talk shit too.
All right. Hit your beats.
You know?
Hit your beats, homeboy.
Because, like, there's people that fucking need to hear it.
All right.
Like, Sonic fan, you need to shut your fucking mouth. Like, it's to that point. Like, you are correct with the point of jumping being toxic, but if you're going to message Hunter after he puts out an admin statement, basically saying the same things that you were saying needed to happen, and nitpicking it word for word, you kind of instantly make yourself look fucking toxic. You know? Like, why does... And also, it's kind of hard for you to make the claim that I do the jump course for so-and-so jump cloud whenever I used to help you with things. I used to be your fucking main man with your course. I helped you with all your shit. Like, Sonic pissed me off the most about it. Because, like, they act like they're the fucking superheroes, you know, solving all the problems, whenever they're fucking not. Like, I sat out of this drama because I didn't want to be a part of it. And they acted like me not speaking up about things made me part of the problem. You know?
I was really hoping Sonic was going to be online because it would have been hella entertaining to invite him to the party.
Yeah, no, that would have been funny, but unfortunately, he's a fucking sad kid. But, like, I had to deal with the whole text thread yesterday from Sonic. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago? I don't know. But he was trying to villainize the shit out of me for acting like I didn't care about the toxicness of jumping just because I didn't speak up in this stupid fucking Discord beef.
Yeah.
And that's not what it is.
The way to get rid of toxicity in the community is not by introducing more toxicity.
Right. And I think that's why because we were talking about it in DMs where you and I both came to, like, the conclusion. I mean, you mentioned it, and I absolutely agreed that associating with those guys kind of makes my course drop off
A little bit.
a level. Which is why I put the big paragraph in the Discord saying I didn't want to associate with them.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't. They're making themselves look like fucking idiots. I love, like, Flame on every so often is fun to talk to. like, and Sonic, like, IRL is he's a great kid. But when it comes to this whole jumping shit, it's you guys are acting like you're fucking morons. You guys need to use your fucking heads for once.
Well, it's like, I remember at one point I was talking to Sonic, and I was just, like talking shit, kind of like I do. And then at one point he said some dumb shit, like he was like, "I'm not the same kid that you used to know, Swan." Like, he gets these notions in his head that are not really backed up by reality. Like, he thinks that everyone views him as a little kid, and that, like, I view him as a little kid, which I don't. He gets the notion that, like, Smokey is, like, this evil tyrant of Halo jumping, which makes no fucking sense. He gets the vibe that, like, the whole thing's fucking toxic and none of it is his fault, and it's just like, fucking take a step back, homeboy. Like,
He kind of acts like he's Gandhi in a weird way.
I don't know, it's just like...
Because did I tell you whenever we were like making the switch to Infinite and I was in a party, it was me, Smokey, Snoz, and Sonic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Smokey and Sonic were talking about Infinite gameplay and stuff. Like the whole argument isn't relevant.
Oh god,
but
this
like
whole fucking
he
thing.
stormed out of a party and like he left the party and then sent Smokey a big paragraph with the ending of it being, "I will await your response to this incredible jumpy," right? And I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, it's like, if Sonic is so worried about Jump Cloud, then he should probably quit ruining his reputation. Because all of his antics have seen him go from someone that everyone kind of generally liked to, like, everyone is starting to think that he is probably the most annoying person in Halo jumping.
And fucking 2 days ago, I was in a party and he acted like he was calling out Snoz because Snoz made a comment like saying, "Why is everybody complaining about the little kids in the Discord?" Reasonable comment. And Sonic was like, "Oh, why did you say this, Snoz?" Like, he was exposing him in some weird way. And I was just like,
Snoz isn't in the
shut the
Discord. He was probably just
fuck
wondering
up.
what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's not that complicated. Just like take a second, chill the fuck out, because you're acting like a downright fucking 2020 chumpy right now. I think that's the most annoying thing, is relating this to your past self. Is that reasonable?
That was literally
Like,
what I felt like dealing with 2020 Chumpy.
yeah, is that reasonable?
2020, me dealing with 2020 Chumpy was basically me dealing with 2012 Swan.
Like, it's too much. And like, yes, the jumping's toxic, and yes, it is, like, it's everybody's fault. Don't act like it's not your fault. And whenever he makes claims like, I want everybody to leave so that my jump course can, fucking grow, that's fucking, like, the biggest bullshit. I am the last person in that group of four
Well, I
that
mean,
you can make
saying
that
that
comment.
at all is kind of just a slap in the face of someone who's been your friend for years.
Right, but also, if you compare it to the other three guys in this fucking, like, minor course, what was a pack that I've left since, because they clearly didn't have the mindset of helping each other like I had for them. Like, I was the last person you could have made that comment towards, because I have helped all three of those guys before with courses.
Mm-hmm.
I like, helping them improve what they gotta do. I've helped them. Like, I helped fucking Irish Forge. I helped Flame. Like, I helped him, like, critique videos and stuff. And I helped Sonic learn how to fucking edit, like, on Lightworks. And I helped him. I practically decorated his whole fucking renewal stage 1 when that was out. I did that whole thing.
Yeah.
That was Chumpy forging. That was not Sonic fan forging. Except for the obstacles.
Which I'm glad that you can forge in a straight line now.
Yeah, it's like a pretty good deal, isn't it?
Did you finally learn what fucking rotation snap was?
I still don't use rotation snap. I'm just better at, lining shit up.
Bro, you're making things unnecessarily hard on yourself.
No, I use rotation snap. Wait. Yeah, I use rotation snap.
Like rotation snap and magnets, man. Just fucking use them.
No, it's magnets that I do not use because they're fucking weird and infinite.
They are a little weird, I'll give you that. I really
Yeah.
still need to kind of sink more time into the Infinite Forge and like get more proficient with it because like I can use it obviously, but like, like nothing that I'm particularly proud of. But also, Apps 26 came out recently. I think it went over very well.
I thought it was a good video.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really done with my point.
Oh, go nuts.
So like, how do I word this in a way that's not good? I feel like whenever I hear Sonic, like I know what Sonic fan says to a person's face and what he says behind people's backs, and I know what the other two guys do because I've literally been in their group chat. They do that shit. They'll gladly talk behind somebody's back, but they very rarely open up to somebody's face. So the fact that Sonic's willing to say, you know, what he said to me to his face clearly tells me what the fuck they talk about behind my back, you know?
Yeah. Someone once told me that if someone's talking shit about someone else to you, then that means that they're talking shit about you to someone else.
Like, because I am very sure Flame does the same thing. I haven't seen it. Of course, like, I'm not gonna, you know, make that claim until I see it myself. But I am very sure that Flame probably does the same shit. And Irish, I love Irish, but he'll agree with anybody if that means his course looks good and somebody else's course looks bad.
Yeah, there's definitely a vibe of like people.
Like, I don't think
guys
Irish is
wanting-
making direct comments against my course, but I know that he will gladly nod his head and agree to something that is pro Irish Warrior and con whatever the fuck else.
Yeah, Irish kind of tries to talk down every other course. Like, I've heard him sit there and try to say, like, oh, Hunter's course is falling off, and that means that Irish Warrior is better than Hunter's course now, but he'll never say it to Hunter. And then, like, of course, there's a thing that he says where he tries to exclude abs from the...
I had that whole argument yesterday with Irish.
Yeah, just...
I told you about it. I literally fucking, like, I need my fucking Goon Award. I swear to God.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
it's like...
I fought for abs.
I remember when I first started hearing that argument, I used to fucking rail against it, but there's no point now. Like, I know why they're saying it, and since I know why they're saying it, I know that they're not going to stop. And you know what? There's not really anything Irish can do to hurt Ab's reputation.
Because I literally, he would say something like that, and I'd be like, no, I disagree. Does he get 50 competitors? We know as hosts how hard it is to get 50 competitors. They're like, yeah, but, and then come up with a different point, and I'd be like, oh, does he take the time and actually edit his tournament? Because we know how hard that is to do as a course host. And he's like, yeah, but, and I go, like, I continue on. He fucking digs deep with his points, I swear to God. I'm like, you can't just call a course not a course because they use commentary in a different way as an outlet of entertainment.
Also, we might be going to 100 competitors soon because we got the 50 competitors so easily.
I'm doing that soon myself. After I do 16.
Like, literally, was like, dude, without even trying, I knocked out 50 competitors in 2 weeks. Literally, during that time, he also went on a ski trip. So,
God.
So he was like,
no, I'm doing
go
the
to
same
100.
thing soon. In 17, after I run one more 50 compare tournament, so that the numbers even up.
Do you
You know what I mean?
do you have any other points you want to hit on?
God, my main beef right now is with the fucking other minor course. I want to make something abundantly clear. I might even download this fucking podcast and edit it down just so I can put this in a fucking video, just so people can hear it. Like, I do not put my course in the same conversation as those three guys, because I'm not with them.
Yeah, you can come hang out with Abs, and that doesn't count as a course category.
I'll gladly not count as a course if that means that my name is not beside those people who are clearly hypocritical for calling me a fucking cloud chaser.
Yeah.
and also wrong. Narrow and red. That's my conclusion.
But-
Sorry, if I fucking rambled there, it was kind of like a outro to an abs 19 or something like that.
18.
18. Oh yeah.
But abs, we're actually really planning on doing some things that we're really gonna try to, like, abs 27 might have 100 competitors. We're gonna be trying to make the course look a lot. We're trying to get a big tournament feel for 27. So like we're gonna try to make the course reflect that. The video is probably gonna be a lot longer than people are used to with abs, because
Well, yeah, it's 100 competitors one.
well, yeah,
if you do that.
but also, it's like at this point, abs is like turning into here. Let me just commit this in. Abs is turning into a major course really quick in everybody's minds, whether Irish likes it or not, whether Sonic likes it or not, whether Flame likes it or not, whether Snoz likes it or not. And we're definitely making strides to try to live up to that.
Yeah.
So there are big things in the future for Aborigines. I think 26 was a good reintroduction. It was a very Abs 26 was a very abs tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I was watching it this morning actually.
It was a
Trying to
different.
get into. I was trying to get into the energy for the podcast, so I turned on abs.
It was a different game, different course, but like it was about as abs gets. But of course, abs is an old relic. Maybe I shouldn't bring that shit up. But
Yeah, no, it is not an old relic. It is out here to destroy Irish Warrior. Okay.
damn
Now
right.
that we're on the right mindset, it only exists to be a course that is more major than Irish Warrior. Anyways.
Which also, like I said before, I have no beef with Irish right now. I don't like the stuff that he says about abs, but I mean, like, that's his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, but you can also get made fun of for your opinions. Anyways.
Yeah, but my point is, like, yeah, I think I've adequately busted on Irish, so I'm gonna move on from that. Because I literally made several points in Irish Warrior to, like, be like, this course is definitely better than Irish Warrior, and, like, and Irish took it in stride, which I respect.
I don't understand why you don't keep talking about it. You gotta join Clout Chaser gang over here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta keep talking shit,
No,
Because I am all about jump clout.
yeah, you were notoriously jump cloudy.
That
But,
is all I care about.
yeah, I think Abs 26 went over really well. We got some good numbers during the premiere. Let me see what the views for Abs 26 is. It plateaued a little bit. It was going up pretty steadily, and it's plateaued a little bit. We're at 293 views. It came out 12 days ago, and we're at 293 views. I was hoping to be at 300 by now, but that's all right. It's going to get more views as time goes on. It'll probably end up being in 400s, which is about average for Aborigines. But Tournament 27, like, we're really going to try to... I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, we've been talking extensively. We have plans. We have ideas. We are.
Fuck yeah. I might have to run early or late.
We
or
do not have the
something
course
like
ready
that.
yet.
Because
Also,
I leave and like
Aborigines
fucking-
also might be going to a once a season course, four tournaments a year, like a winter tournament,
Right.
a spring tournament, summer tournament, fall tournament.
Yeah.
But also, we've done a little bit of work on the 27th stage, and has been he made it so the course is at nighttime now and started adding in some lighting, which I think he actually probably did because he did that right after he saw your course, and I think that probably made him want to do something with lighting because ours was just kind of in daytime.
Yeah.
But yeah,
My course looks cool.
Yeah, and
A lot cooler than Irish Warrior, right? And Flame Warrior, and I hope they leave so that I can be the only major minor course. Sorry, I'm not getting off this point. I fucking love that claim was made. Anyways,
um, but yeah, we're not worried about people saying that we don't count or something, whatever. Like, Aborigines does not need the approval of the minor courses. We never did. Honestly, the fact that they act like
it's a
we
fucking
do,
good thing that you don't need that approval because it's just me.
the fact that they ever thought that we did is kind of funny.
The
Like,
fact they thought they had that power.
Abs is one of the most respected courses right now, even though the commentary is comedy based. Like, and I think Abs is in a great place right now. Probably Abs is probably in the best place it's been
What
since
it's
season
great
2.
for, which is what the 3 big courses do right, that none of the minor courses are doing, except what I'm working towards, is actually make the fucking videos good. I feel like they're just fucking. It's quantity over quality, right? That's what their mindset is.
Well,
They want to get as many fucking tournaments out so that they can say, I've run 19 tournaments. Why isn't my shit fucking major? You know?
well, let me be fair here. I think Irish's videos are pretty good, if not a little long. But I think
Yeah.
Irish has very good commentary.
Yeah, Irish has probably the best commentary out of the 4 of us.
But
I think that's a fair call.
Irish probably has the best commentary, but the worst course. Like, not just like the general course, just like the obstacles and stuff. The forging is probably the worst out of the 4. Well, 3 now because you're not excluding yourself. But his commentary is the best. And he does some little things that make his videos more entertaining. Like, I really enjoy him just having the results there, so you don't need to, like when a competitor runs, he like has their previous results, so you don't need to like watch every video to know like why a competitor matters. And like I there have been like I didn't show up to Irish's last premiere. I wanted to, but I was at work. But I like usually if Irish has a premiere, I'm gonna try to show up to it because I think his tournaments do have a vibe of like whatever his reputation is, the jumping community. The way he presents himself is his course in its own vacuum feels like it matters. Like he's very good at making like one run seem important. And like he has an encyclopedic knowledge of the results on his course, and so when Joey Davis is on the cliffhanger, he can tell you how good Joey Davis is at this cliffhanger and what his chances are beating it, and then if he beats it, it's a big deal. And then like Irish really excels at that late stage 3 vibe, which is difficult to get because I don't know if Hunter or if Smokey ever nailed that late stage 3 vibe. I think Hunter did.
Yeah.
Hunter definitely nails the late stage 3 vibe. I don't think Rog ever did because I think Rog tries too hard with it.
Yeah.
Rog basically also just does what Hunter does, but Hunter was the one who he coined the phrase, "The music stops, we hold our breath, he makes his jump." That whole deal, right?
Right.
That was Hunter. And Hunter, he has the best commentary that any jumping tournament has ever fucking had. Fucking fight me about it. It's better than Abs, it's better than Smokey, it's better than Rog, it's better than everybody that has ever happened. Hunter, because Hunter, similarly to Irish also has this quality. He's very good at making you feel excited during the tournament. But like Hunter and Irish, their commentary is exciting. Where Irish is a little bit more like, kind of mellow. Like you feel like you're watching a tennis match or a golf match, But like he's still, it feels like, like a real sporting event sort of thing. So, but
I think he hits the points where you have to be excited to make it seem exciting.
There was a point where I thought that Irish Warrior had a chance at becoming major, but he's got to step up his forging. Like he just really does. Like that's the one thing that he is missing right now. And maybe some cleaner editing, like trim down the length. Like holy hell. For the love of
The
God.
video was like 2 hours in his last one.
I'm sorry, that's just too long. Like, break it up into episodes or something. 2 hours is...
Literally, my tournament 15 was just under 2 hours, and that's literally because like fucking 15 people cleared, and
Well, it's Irish.
it's all I could do. Like it
Irish
had to be that length.
stages are really long.
Yeah,
And
they feel long.
and he
Yeah.
has a lot of profiles that happen and a lot of fluff and
Well, no, he doesn't do profiles. Irish. He does
Or-
the interviews that take a while.
yeah, whatever. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
And so it's just like he needs to kind of like streamline it a little bit, and then he needs to get a better course. Like I feel bad saying that because I respect Irish as a course host.
Yeah.
Me and him have had our problems personally, but as a course
agree.
host,
Yeah, no,
I
he's a
respect,
good course host. Yeah.
I respect Irish as a course host more than I respect Flame and Sonic as a course host. And I think that if Irish had the course, then he would have a great thing going.
I think legitimately, if Flame gave Irish his course and Irish did whatever he wanted with it, it would be better.
I
It would be like,
I think that honestly, so I think that your course is being held back by this minor course deal, and I think Irish's course is still being held back by it. Because Sonic and Flame's work does not compare to Irish's at all.
yeah,
Irish needs to go out on his own and hone his craft, and he still has a real chance at like making it work. But he's got to get that course better. He's got to get better at forging. He's got to understand obstacle psychology a little bit better.
yeah,
But other than that, Irish has everything nailed. And
yeah.
you know, I know that I'm the ads guy who goes and talks shit on everybody, but I am gonna give Irish his due credit here, where you know he like on all fronts except that he nails it. Like I wish that
Yeah.
Irish could host a course that was built by a much better forger, because we would have
Right.
some great content. But
For sure. No, I absolutely agree.
and Flame basically hit the self-destruct button on his course when he did his renewal, and it was just dick punchy.
Yeah.
Like
I
it just
think so,
pissed
too.
everybody off. Like it wasn't necessarily too hard, but it was just hard to a point where it just kind of like pissed everybody off, and he was going around telling everyone that he wanted everyone to fail the first stage and blah blah blah.
And then nobody wanted to do it because he wanted everybody to fail. He made that clear.
Yeah, it's like I get what Flame was
Yeah.
trying to do, but it's like, yeah, it didn't come off well, and I think his course lost a lot of clout after that. And
Yeah, I think so too.
Sonic's course is so in the dumpster right now. Let me be clear. I don't think Sonic ran a bad course. I don't think any of you ran a bad course. I think Sonic's always had interesting obstacle ideas. Maybe sometimes he fails to execute them properly, and so he'll have a cool
Yeah.
idea, but then like the way it comes out, it's not quite consistent, and he cannot take
Right.
constructive criticism, and he cannot like he takes everything personally.
Yeah.
Like-
No, he definitely does that.
Like everything you say to Sonic that isn't a direct praise, he takes as an insult, and it's just like bro. Like
That's why every time I had to do that, like I was in a Forge lobby with him, every time I saw something bad, I'd have to find some way to make it a joke so that way he wouldn't get fucking butthurt.
yeah, and it's just you cannot get better at your craft if you are unwilling to accept that you can do anything wrong. Like there was that, like I think the last Sonic tournament I competed in, there was this one obstacle that everybody, no, it wasn't the last one because I competed in one after that, but there was this one obstacle that everyone told Sonic was inconsistent, it was janky, and that like it was like some trampoline bullshit, and everyone was like, it's janky, it's inconsistent, you cannot have this obstacle in the tournament. And he sticks his head in the sand, he runs the tournament, and a bunch of people fail that obstacle because they get janked off of it, and then at that point his course fell off because no one really cared about it anymore. It's he's gonna get mad hearing that, but like that's the truth, and if you can't handle the truth, you shouldn't be a course host. Because
Yeah.
there are times as a course host that you should stick your head in the sand. Like, because
Yeah.
there'll be a hard obstacle. Like, I've had obstacles that are hard obstacles, and there's a way to beat it, and then people say it's inconsistent because they're not doing it right. And like,
I fucking make fun of myself for some of my worst tournaments, you know? Like,
but it's like there are times where the competitors are just being full of shit, or they're salty that they failed, or blah blah blah. And then there are times where you just have to ignore them.
yeah.
But then when there are people who know what the fuck they're talking about, and the tournament hasn't even started yet, and they are telling you, like, this is jank, you need to fix this. You need to at least consider it. You know? Like,
Yeah.
because, like, all the people who tried giving that constructive criticism to Sonic, we only ever wanted to see him succeed.
Yeah, and I know one thing Sonic did in his, like, we're not gonna talk about, like, the actual, like, the editing things that happened with his most recent tournament, but I will say the reason his results were so bad in that tournament were because he decided to buff the course even harder because apparently fucking, like, one of the kids started practicing really hard for it and could clear it. Which is stupid.
Do we want to get into the practice conversation?
Practice covers? Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Well, the easiest way to fix that is don't let people practice your course that much.
That's bingo. I'm giving people 2 weeks of a head start. That's all I'm doing.
It's just there's become such a fucking... But, like, I think it started with ROG, where ROG would put out his tournament a month before the fucking tournament would actually happen. And so
Then everybody practice it.
Yeah, people would just be able to practice it for a month. And it's... I don't know. It just feels dumb.
Did I ever tell you that ROG did that to me in 19, and I still made it to the final? Like, he changed an obstacle just so that I wouldn't beat it.
Well...
Then it happened to be an obstacle based off of
it's not
a Sasuke obstacle, and I beat it.
It's not unheard of for a course host to change an obstacle last minute. Smokey did that a lot.
Yeah.
It was actually at a point where...
When Smokey did it, it was like the first obstacle of stage 1, and it wasn't that hard to begin with.
Yeah. But, like, if you can't complain about the results if, like, you give people so much time to practice. Like, some of these kids... Like, they have so much free time, and I feel dumb saying this for the millionth time, but you are creating an environment where it is unfair to people who don't have time to practice. Like me, I work a full-time fucking job, I have a wife, I have responsibilities, I have friends, I have stuff that I want to do, I have hobbies, I have interests. I don't have time to sit there and grind a course, so now I'm at the point where I just don't even bother.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people who just don't have the time to practice these courses, and so, like, you have these kids who are, like, super fucking try-hard just show up and, like, get fucking total victory, and it's like, for the love of God, like, what did you expect to happen? You are creating an environment where people who have more free time have an advantage, and that's not fair. It's just not. You are literally, you're giving a certain amount of time where people can practice, and you can say, well, anyone can practice. No, I cannot practice as much as Joey Davis can. I cannot.
Yeah.
I physically cannot unless I want to get fired from my fucking job. Like, and so that means that in every tournament, Joey Davis has an advantage. And that's not fair. And if you're doing that, honestly, you're not running a fair course. And I'm not saying that every course has to be one attempt, no practice like Aborigines. I'm just saying, like, do it like Hunter does, where Hunter will, like, you'll get, like, 10 to 20 minutes to practice on the stage after never seeing it before, and then you'll do your run. That's a great way to do it. You can keep your 2 attempts, whatever, even though the 2 attempts are kind of dumb, too. But you can keep your 2 attempts. In that way, also, every course doesn't need to be dick punch hard. And
I think that's the big thing that I've been working on as a host. Like, I am guilty for making a fucking dick punch hard renewal before. And that's just not what I'm doing for this new renewal. My stage 1 is, I think, of the same difficulty of 15, honestly. obviously more people are gonna fail it because it's a new video game and people gotta adjust.
Do
But
you remember on your course when you were like, oh, hey, Swan, you know that thing you've been doing for practice this whole time on the jump hang where you just don't even jump on the trampoline? You were like,
illegal.
if you do that, you're going to get disqualified. And I was like, well, I'm going to fucking do it anyway.
Yeah, was that 12?
I have no idea.
I think it was
Have
12
I ever
because
even
I did a lot of scuff shit in 12.
Oh, I made a stage 3 in Halo Sasuke once, didn't I?
Yeah, tournament 6.
Damn.
Hell yeah, you're a veteran.
That is the only stage 3 that I've made since I came back, except for in Sasuke.
Proud of you. Proud of you.
Well, I can't practice.
I'm glad it could be my course.
I can't practice anymore, man. Like, even if I wanted to,
Yeah.
there are too many courses. And they're all
For sure.
and they're dick punch hard. So like the amount of time I do have to practice, I can't get to a point where I can actually compete. You know, and like actually be competitive. Because like I just don't have the fucking time. I have the skill. I'm still a good jumper. I just don't have the fucking time to do all this.
Yeah.
And I haven't for a long time. And so my career is fucking dead. And so I basically all but just like fucking retired. You know? Like
Yeah.
like I think I might compete on ROGs just because it's ROGs and that's the course that means the most to me. But like I'm probably not going to compete in Halo Ninja Warrior. Let's be probably not going to be another Ninja Warrior Halo for a long time, so don't have to worry about that one. But it's just like I'm not really going to compete in any course because it's just like I'm tired of fucking showing up and embarrassing myself, you know? Because I don't have the time to fucking practice.
Right.
And if you dealt with the practice problem, if everyone just dealt with the practice problem, then we would get results that are more based off of skill level as opposed to free time.
Yeah.
And that's a problem that everyone refuses to talk about in the jumping community because there are so many people who know that if we cut down on the practice, then they wouldn't be as well regarded as a jumper as they are.
Yeah.
And so whenever I propose this to certain people, they freak the fuck out because they're like, oh my god, Swan is trying to make me go back into obscurity. It's like, well, you know what? You can still jump. You can still try to actually improve your skill set instead of just like doing a fucking dress rehearsal every fucking day for the stage and then having this fucking rehearsed run.
Yeah.
And then people who are actually good will do good on courses instead of people who have the free time to drill a course.
Yeah.
And honestly, just that whole situation has completely ruined my love for Halo jumping. I do not love competing anymore. In fact, I kind of don't like it. Because this is an issue that I've been talking about for years, and it has never, ever shown any slight sign of improvement. In fact, it's gotten worse. So,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna up and like take out the practice thing, but I definitely feel like the best way to go about having a course with practice is to use all 4 of your stages, you know? Like, why do you have to have a tournament where everybody fails stage 2, you know?
Well, it's just, you know, I'm not even talking about getting rid of it completely. I'm just talking about, like, cutting it down a little bit. Because it's ridiculous. Like, there are people who can sit there and just, like, fucking drill Halo Ninja Warrior or Spartan Sasuke or whatever the fuck over and 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 over till their fucking eyes bleed.
Yeah.
And then there's me, who fucking just got back from my 4th consecutive 10-hour shift at Amazon. And then Rog's like, hey, Swan, do you want to run a fucking course? And I can barely fucking keep my eyes open at that point. I haven't even seen the fucking course before, and it's dick punch hard. So, like, if you haven't actually figured the obstacles out, you have no chance of beating them. I think
Did I tell you I ran the new ROGS course with like 5 minutes of practice? Like I literally plugged in my new Xbox and ran.
I just think that a good stage 1 will have obstacles that you like will have every obstacle will be an obstacle that you do not need to have seen before to beat.
Yeah.
Like, there is a chance that I could show up with no practice and beat an obstacle. Not necessarily the stage, because if I can do it with all the obstacles, the stage is too easy. But it's like, if I fucking get to the goddamn jumping spider, and it's so hard that I need to know exactly where and when to jump, where to hit the trampoline, what angle to be at, like, it's dick punch. It's just fucking dick punchy.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know what? No one is ever going to listen to me about that. Ever.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just stop fucking saying it because no one's ever fucking listening to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not something that I'm ready to do right now. I might do down the line, but it's not something that I think my course is in the spot to do yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, right now you got to build your audience.
Right.
Oh, fuck. You need to find a way to make people give a fuck about your course. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, the 9-month delay ain't helping.
I actually think you're in a decent spot because I think Halo Sasuke 15 actually was very well received.
I thought so too.
And so I think that, you know, like similar to the way that Abs built up its comeback after 15. I'm not saying you have to make a machinima skit,
Right.
but I think that when you do like start saying like hyping up the comeback.
I've already started that process. Like remember when I made that fucking serious ass video and the #1 comment was Tricky Cyrus talking about that oh my god, it's gonna be on Infinite. Like the video where I talk about fucking mental health and fucking gaming addiction.
Yeah.
When I gained 40 pounds over COVID and then had to lose it all, and then it's supposed to be a good story of you can do it. It was what I was going for, and then it got fucking received as, did you know that Halo Infinite is gonna have Halo Sasuke 16? I wanted to blow my fucking brains out. 1, 2, like that was supposed to be the start of the hype up process, but it wasn't supposed to be, oh my god, Halo Sasuke. That's not what it was supposed to be. But it was supposed to be like a slight inch towards the hype up train while giving me a reason to talk about something that was serious to me.
Yeah, but
what
I'm saying is I think that once you actually start getting into the point where it's like the runs are going to start happening soon, I think at that point you're probably going to get a good bit of hype. Especially
I think the video that I made that I showed you is gonna give it some hype because I feel like that's the best produced announcement video because a lot of my announcement videos have been kind of weak,
A little bit, yeah. It's usually just you kind of standing there being like, "Hi guys, welcome to Halo Sasuke."
Looking at it, it's the first time I ever tried an announcement video. 1, 2, honestly, I think the video, I understand the comments you made, even though, the audio in it wasn't supposed to, matter to the concept of it. But, I disagreed with your take, but I know why you dislike it, but, I understand your take, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just my opinion.
But, I think that was a very well-produced announcement video.
Yeah,
I think will generate hype.
Yeah. You know what I have kind of wondered is, I wondered how much getting the band back together actually did for building hype for Abs 26.
Built hype for me, and I didn't even run.
But, I do wonder, if, I had never done getting the band back together, I wonder if that would have actually, if there would have been, less
It
hype.
definitely helped a little bit, because I feel like people wouldn't have been looking out for it if you didn't do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if you just walked into a party at one point and said, oh yeah, Abs has started, it's not really the same. I mean, it is the Abs way if I'm just joined the party and said that Abs 26 was on after a 2-year hiatus. That's the Abs way, but
Let's face it. I mean, did season 3 even really count? Because season 3 was
No, season 3 counted because I did good in season 3.
Season 3 was kind of a dark period for Abs. The videos were good and stuff, but it was just kind of there was no
I am not
direction.
allowed to. My ego will not allow that statement.
Well, it's
because I did kind of good in season 3.
no one really gave much a fuck about abs in season 3, really. I mean, which is weird because it actually got a lot of views, but it's like
Yeah.
it had kind of lost a lot of its clout, you know? I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think the
It
whole Halo
happened.
Warrior thing had a lot to do with that. But because the whole Halo Warrior thing, that was just a failure, like in every facet. Um, just everything we were trying to do with Halo Warrior didn't work. Like so much.
Yeah.
But like Abs 26 felt like season 2, season 1 era, you know?
Yeah.
Where season 3 was pretty much like it kind of felt like
It kind of felt like you had to do it.
not necessarily had to do it, but it just like it felt like I don't know, like it wasn't there, you know. Even though those
It
videos are
wanted
still
it.
funny, like especially I think Abs 25 was great. Um,
Yeah.
but it's like it's just I think Abs is at its best when
I don't know.
it's.
I was a big Abs 23, Abs 24 fan. I was just saying.
But season 3,
Uh,
it was also like we ran like one tournament a year,
right.
and so it was kind of like people cared about it when it came out, but it wasn't like
Mhm.
talked out other than that. But now, you know, like we're planning on doing Abs 27 before too long. And one thing is I need to get a new fucking controller. Because my controller is just
Right.
absolutely fucked right now. Because it always is. I always just have a fucked controller. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, you're constantly getting fucked. So I mean,
Dude, it's like
we're gonna move on from that.
I don't know if there's a single Spartan Sasuke tournament where I didn't have something wrong with my controller.
In
Like
tournament 14, I had something wrong with my controller. My sprint button was jammed.
in
Did I tell you about that? Ever?
yeah, but in tournament 13, like I forget what it was, but I think that I had controller drift on my right stick, which when you're on stage 3, as you know, like when you're on deep stage 3 and you're fucking drifting on your
Yeah.
right stick, oh boy, not good.
Yikes.
And
No,
then
no, no.
and then in 22, I had some really awful drift on my left stick, which made me fail the fucking car wash. Failing the fucking car wash. But hey, at least I ended Halo 5 on a stage 1 clear. We went out
Yeah,
the
true.
same way we went in, failing early stage 2.
Hell fucking yeah.
No,
It's okay. You could have failed the fucking hula hoops or whatever it's called.
I think I'm pretty proud of my Halo 5 career overall. I know it was very top loaded, like,
Yeah.
but from early to mid Halo 5, I think I accomplished a lot. Like when I was actually,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know. It's basically I'm at the point now where it's either I need to get all in or all out.
Right.
Because ever since 2018, for what is fuck, like 5 years now, um, I've basically just had one foot in the door and one foot out the door. So like I need to either just completely step away from competing or I need to like actually train again, you know?
I don't care as long as you compete in Halo Sasuke.
Well, I'm considering competing
Because,
in
you know,
Rox.
Swan, you're just a number to me.
Yeah.
In the long one, really, you know?
Well, it's just I'm considering competing in ROGs just because of my history with that course and because of my relationship with ROG and because it's the first Infinite tournament. And hey,
Yeah.
maybe I'll manage to get 3 stage 1 clears in a row. But
Right.
after that, it's very much like either I'm gonna have to make the decision to actually commit to competing again, which I haven't done in 5 years, or I'm gonna have to just step away and retire. Because I can't keep doing this like one foot in the door, one foot out the door thing that I've been
Right.
doing for so long. Where like I'll show up to a course and I'll like maybe clear a stage 1, maybe. I'll usually at least
Hey, you
get a
got
deep
stage
stage
3.
1. Yeah, one stage 3 on Halo Sasuke. Fucking like
Fuck yeah.
fucking like 4 years ago, yeah.
No, no, it's not even 3 years old yet. We're not old.
Oh Jesus. Abs is like 7 years old, I think. I think it turns 7 this year.
Halo Sasuke turns 3 in February. I don't know what day though. I forget off the top of my head. I was thinking about doing a best moments compilation for that as like a hype up for 16 as well.
I've wanted to do a Aborigines compilation for so long, but I just don't have the fucking time to do that shit.
Yeah, no.
Because I'd have
But
to go through and pick out the best jokes and then trim them down, and it's like,
what I'm doing right now has been just profile pieces for 16. Like I'm trying to do as much to make editing tournament 16 as good as possible, as easy as possible, so that I can get straight into working into 17. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so I'm not slacking off on 16, but like I can get it done a little bit quicker.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. What were you doing in November 2016?
November 2016, that was what, 7 years ago?
Yep.
I was probably squeaking. Was I competing? Yeah, I was competing by then. Was that early Halo 5? Was that when you started?
That November 2016 was when Aborigines Tournament 1 uploaded.
Oh fuck, that's a long fucking time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That is pretty crazy. Actually,
That's 6 years ago?
it's going to be
Wow.
7 years ago this year. So this November it'll be 7 years.
Yeah, no, I was just getting started jumping. I
Here,
probably wasn't even in the parties yet, really.
here is one thing that's kind of interesting for all my abs fans out there. Me and have talked about doing this thing where we like redo the commentary for Tournament 1.
Why?
Just for fun. Like, probably as a
Okay.
way to hype up Tournament 17 or 27, Jesus.
27.
Just like redo the commentary, redo the editing, just for fun. Like, make it a bit higher quality. Just be like Abs 1
Yeah.
Reloaded or something. I don't fucking know. We just thought it would be a fun idea. So,
Right.
I do wish that the video was longer than fucking 12, 13 minutes.
Maybe I'll do a Halo Sasuke 1 Reloaded. Whatever the fuck. Dude, you saw the fucking announcement video. Okay, quick spoiler. There is a clip of early Chumpy commentary in this video I'm talking about. But it's like, hey everybody, it's me and Champ.
it's me.
You're gonna compete. So, welcome back to episode 1, tournament 1
I need
of
some
Halo
clout, so please
Sasuke.
compete on my chorus.
I'm running this course so that I can get Sonic Fan banned from Halo Jumping, so that I can take all the clout that he has from him. Anyways, and whenever Irish and Flame start their course in a few months, I'm gonna need their clout as well. So that's why I'm trying to get a head start, you know?
Yeah.
I am here to become the top major course. I almost said whore. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna be the top big major. I have a large dick.
So,
And I'm gonna and you guys are all numbers to me, and I don't care about your feelings.
gotta set him off again. No, so
Sorry.
so here's where I'm gonna ask: how long do you want this podcast to be? Because I think we've been going for 2 hours.
2 hours and 12 minutes.
So,
I don't care.
if you want to jump into
We've-
another topic, go ahead.
We can jump into another topic. I don't care. Podcast will podcast. I only do 3 of these at a time, anyways.
Hey, you're the host. You steer the direction.
Oh well, what do we want to talk about?
I don't know. Ask. You're the host. Ask questions.
Oh yeah, I did make a list of names, and you were supposed to talk shit on them, but we kind of just had an actual normal conversation. I have Sonic on here at the top because I promised Hunter he would
I think
be there.
I think we went into Sonic pretty hard already. Sonic just.
Okay, yeah, no. In conclusion, Sonic, please leave Hunter the fuck alone. He didn't do anything wrong. Let him live, please. Other name on here, Flame. I think we went into Flame a bit too.
Yeah. Plus, I was pretty hard on Flame and Abs 26, so I think I might want to let that one rest a little bit.
I'm noticing that this list has a common theme as Irish is next on the list.
No, I actually said good things about Irish, so.
Yeah. Cyrus.
Doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry that I destroyed your
Yeah.
jumping career.
Yeah, you did kind of destroy his What was it you said in the commentary about him loving saying the N-word or
So
whatever?
they all sit around a table watching Songs of the South, calling each other the
Yeah,
N-word like it's
that's what
style.
it was. That's what it was. God damn it. Caden's on here. Same thing.
Yeah, they're
Annoying.
the same person.
Super Ninja Jake's on here. I think he's just guilty by association.
Literally
I think
don't
he's,
even fucking know the kid.
I think he's the most normal one.
I've never fucking met the kid. I know nothing about him except that he says the N-word.
I think he's the most normal one of that pack.
Maybe, I don't fucking know.
Which isn't hard to do, but like, we do what we gotta do. Shadowrun's on here.
Seems like a cool kid.
Oh
He's
no,
a
I
little
put him
weird.
on here because I need to say something about this kid.
Okay.
Everybody needs to leave Shadowrun the fuck alone.
Yeah,
People dig into him way too fucking much.
he seems
Have you
like a
been
normal
in-
kid.
He's such a normal kid. He doesn't do anything wrong.
He's
But
a little
he, like,
weird, that's it.
Yeah, no, he practiced for like a long while on Flames course and then decided to not compete because he wasn't feeling ready. And ever since then, Flame and Joey have been just non-stop digging him because he decided not to run Flames course after practicing for a while on his own, so he wasn't even wasting Flames time. Sorry. I get really frustrated whenever I have to sit and watch somebody get shit for something they shouldn't be getting shit for. I get bullying kids if they fucking deserve it, okay? This kid, people need to leave him the fuck alone.
The only real takeaway I know about Shadow is that, like, he'll go on these long rants where, like, I'll have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Like he'll post like a paragraph in the Discord and I'll read it and I have no idea what he's trying to fucking say. I'll just have no fucking idea. He's just a confusing kid. I don't fucking know how to deal with him.
Yeah, but like it's not. He doesn't need to get bullied.
Yeah,
People need to leave
he's
him
fine.
alone.
He's fine. There's no problem with Shadowrun. He's fine. People are just.
Then there's Halo Fan, which I actually put on here because Irish needs to leave Halo Fan the fuck alone.
Halo Fan, he's another talking king.
Because Irish was talking at a party the other day about how Halo Fan was like worse than Caden or something like that. Like his least favorite kid because he was apparently on a separate stage on a course while Irish was doing his run on Rog's course or something like that.
Yeah, Halo Fan.
And he was like,
Halo Fan's fine.
which isn't ideal. It's not cool. He'll learn his lesson. But
Yeah,
like
he's a mildly annoying
he's
little
not
kid.
he's not Caden Bogard.
He's a mildly annoying little kid. Like
Right.
He's another talking king. He just
Yeah.
he loves jumping. He's thrilled to hang out with all of us. There's no point in being mean to Halo Fan. He's completely harmless. Completely
That's what I'm
harmless.
saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If he does something you don't like, I promise you, he doesn't mean it. He probably just doesn't get that he's doing something wrong. Like, leave him alone.
Oh, dude, this next game's gonna be funny one. I fucking hate this guy. Atlantic Champ.
Oh, fucking Atlantic Champ. This fucking guy, dude.
I think at this point I decided that we were digging on the people too much, that I want you to dig on me a bit.
Fucking Clout Chaser 101.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
No, here. You know what? You want me to dig on Atlantic Champ? Let me think here.
No, before it seems like I care, I don't allowed. By the way, that's used too much. We've been through that.
If I could say something bad about Atlantic Champ, I'd say Atlantic Champ at times needs to learn to shut the fuck up. Because Atlantic Champ at times loves to interject his opinion into places that doesn't make sense and is only going to make him look like an idiot.
Thanks, Swan.
You're welcome.
Anyways,
Hey, you literally asked for it.
was there a Yeah, no, sure.
The-
Was
there-
there like a specific example from like the last few days that's happened?
Well, when that whole thing was going on, and you were just like, typing random shit in.
Oh, that was me trying to calm down the situation, yeah.
I get that, but you weren't really involved. Leave it alone. Don't get involved. It made you look dumb. Just piss people off.
Yeah. Dude, you should have saw what I was putting. It was really funny.
I saw it.
They were saying, like, that was when they were having the fucking anti-vax discussion in there, and I was just like, because contrary to popular opinion, I am a registered Democrat, so I don't really agree, like, I respect people's opinions, but it's very easy to make fun of people. It's very easy to make fun of Democrats just as much as they are conservatives. You know
I'm
what
a
I mean?
fucking libertarian, so I just don't give a fuck about that whole thing.
Right. So whenever I build up this character that promptly deleted by Fireball about how I'm from Alabama, I voted for Trump and inbred, you know, like, you know, you should leave that in there because it's pretty fun. I think Joey might be an inbred.
Joey's an entitled rich kid who doesn't
That's
get it.
exactly why. That's exactly why I think he could be an inbred.
He's an entitled rich kid, and his parents don't love him. That's my assessment of Joey.
Yeah.
And he has no friends, and women
Thanks.
avoid him.
Women
Like I said,
wallow in fear.
like I said at the start of this podcast, Joey is a very sad person and probably lives a very sad existence.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know why I put this name down, but Go Tanks is here.
I mean, motherfucker's barely even around anymore.
I literally don't even know why I put his name on here.
Go Tanks.
I can't think of a specific reason.
He sometimes gets weirdly angry over stuff. Like whenever we bring up Deflategate, like that's the joke that me and just harped on for years. Because like one time we just happened to mention Deflategate, and Gotenks just got fucking heated.
Yikes.
But yeah, I mean, good. I heard apparently like he got mixed up in all the drama the other day for some reason, which is weird because it's like, what the fuck does Gotenks care?
Wait, he did?
Yeah, and you know he's maybe a bit of a smoky dick sucker, but
Let's be real, half the community is. Anyways, next.
like you know Gotenks.
Not Smokey's fault.
I mean him and Gotenks are good buddies, so
Yeah, sure.
sometimes you gotta stick up for your boy. Like I remember when Ump was met with certain controversy, I stuck up for Ump even though I knew that I was probably jumping on the wrong side. But
Yeah.
Ump's my boy, so I fucking stuck up for him and tried to get people to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because that's what you do. You stick up for your boys.
Absolutely.
And some people in this
Not me, though. I'm a cloud chaser.
And you know what? Maybe you can call Gotenks a smoky dick sucker, but also I think that there are some people in this community who could learn a little bit of something about being loyal to your friends.
Yeah. As we said, I'm a cloud chaser. I don't care about friends.
Yeah. I think people
I
get
don't need them.
I think people get mad at being Gotenks being a smoky dick sucker because people wish that they were as good of friends with Smokey as Gotenks is.
Yeah, me too.
But they'll never, ever admit it.
Everybody just wants Smokey to be their friend. That's what matters.
Me and Smokey have like a really weird dynamic.
Yeah?
I talk to Smokey, we literally joke, like every time I talk to Smokey, when he's about to get off, I'll be like, see you next year. Because me and him literally talk to each other like once a year. But every time we do talk to each other, we always have like this really long, in-depth conversation about like something, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or jumping or blah, 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 whatever
Right.
it is. Because me and Smokey have a lot of shared interests. But it's just like, we just never talk. We're never around each other.
Yeah. Nah, Smokey's a good dude.
Yeah, I get along with Smokey pretty well.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Hunter's on here. My host
Well,
who was absent.
this is disappointing to do with him not here, but Hunter, you know, he went through a phase where he was a rage guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, he's a fucking party legend.
Yo!
Like, I didn't know
Last
that about
podcast,
Hunter.
bro.
I didn't know that Hunter could get lit so fucking good. So I think next time I throw a party, I'm gonna pay for Hunter's ticket, just so that he'll fucking show
Wait,
off. Show all
I
my
have a
friends how to
question.
fucking party.
You watched my podcast, right?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
So, what was your favorite story I told?
I've already heard all them stories, so like.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
How many of them did you not hear of?
I'm pretty sure I'd heard all of those.
I don't think I told you all of them.
And I know that in some of those stories there are some details you left out.
Yeah, there are. Especially the last one.
I'm on to you, Schlumpy.
Kind of awkward. Kind of awkward.
Yeah, Hunter was like, yeah, that doesn't seem like it should be the last story. And I'm like, oh boy.
There's too much more. There is stuff that I cannot get into, even putting an 18+ tag on a podcast.
You're
Just stuff that I do not want to say publicly.
you're so funny though. Every single time you say I got high, you're like, and then I got high.
It's like awkward, honestly, talking about, doing illegal substances on a podcast,
Bro, one time you were sitting there and you were like, I have no problem with people smoking weed or drinking alcohol, but don't do both. Bro,
it's a No, I'm not
bro,
saying.
you want to hear a story?
I'm not gonna hate somebody for doing both.
Bro.
I'm just saying it's a fucking mistake to do both.
You want to hear a story?
Sure, why not?
So, 2018.
Oh god. Off to a good start.
I'm dating this girl named Veronica.
Was this the homeless chick?
No, this was
Was that around that time?
it was around that time, yeah, but it was after the homeless shit. Well, no, I guess it was before.
Yeah.
That's out of context. Everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
The homeless chick. Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
She was.
They would understand if I said the word jungle adventure either.
Oh, that was way before.
That was way before.
The Jungle Adventure story. That's like a 3-hour story, so we don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that. Yeah.
But so I'm dating this girl named Veronica, and I went up to Middletown, and I was at this party.
God.
And the place we were partying, there was kind of like a patio area, right, like on the ground floor, and it had a picnic table, and it had 2 picnic tables, and we would all hang out at the picnic tables, and then there was like a wooden staircase that led up to a wooden deck, and then there was a picnic table up there, and so I'm currently married to Emily, right?
Yeah.
At this point, me and Emily we knew each other, but we hadn't spoken in like 9 months. And I really did not give a fuck about her, right?
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't talked to her in ages. And, I'm dating this Veronica girl. And, well, we weren't dating. We weren't, like, official.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I gotcha.
Yeah. And, Veronica's a whole other fucking can of worms. But, basically, it was 4th of July, and me and all my friends were there, and then there was this girl there named Bailey, who is literally the biggest fucking party animal I've ever met. She's kind of a shitty human, but like at a party, she's like the fucking person you want there. And so I was already drunk by the time I got there, right? And like we're still drinking this fucking disgusting whipped cream Pinnacle vodka. Ugh. At one point, we went into the house and Bailey turned on, like, she was like, you guys want to see some weird porn?
Oh, God.
And we were like, we're all drunk, sure. And she turned on Japanese asphyxiation porn. Not only Japanese asphyxiation porn, Japanese shrink wrap asphyxiation porn.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of sat there in stunned silence for several minutes watching Japanese asphyxiation porn. And then we all went back outside and tried to act like that never happened. Bitch, get the fuck down. And then, so we go outside, and we're all drunk. And then my best friend Alex fucking whips out a blunt. And we're like, hell yeah, happy 4th of July. And we're sitting there.
What do you fucking do?
We're actually having this great moment while we're all smoking and getting high, getting nice and cross-faded, while we're watching fireworks go off. and it was actually pretty sweet. At some point, the party moves downstairs to the patio area, and I decide that. So the thing is, I was a lot skinnier back then than I am now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually losing a lot of weight. I'm like down to 265 now, but all the way from 315.
Oh.
Like January last year, I was at 315, and now I'm at 265.
Shit.
But at this time, I weighed 230. So I was, when I actually can, I love to climb things, right? Like deep in my heart, I'm a fucking rock climber, you know?
Yeah.
Which might have something to do for why I got so into Sasuke. But basically, I decided that I was going to climb up the side of this staircase.
Oh, God.
Right? So, like, I have my hands on the steps, and I'm climbing up the side. The whole time, everyone's like, Ethan, stop, get down. Ethan, don't do this. Like, what the fuck? I get to the top, and then I go to reach up to grab onto the railing, and then I fucking slip.
No.
I fall backwards. I hit the back of my head on a picnic table.
Oh, no.
I go unconscious. I get a massive concussion. I lie unconscious for 5 minutes. None of my friends call the fucking cops or the ambulance or anything because there are people there who are doing hard shit, right? So, like, they're literally just, like, letting me sit there fucking bleed onto the concrete. And the weirdest thing, I wake up, and for some reason, I cannot stop thinking about Emily. And it started getting really weird, right? So, keep in mind, I haven't talked to Emily in 9 months. I really never gave a fuck about her, because at that point, I thought that she was lesbian, right? Turns out she's bisexual.
Oh, halfway there.
Yeah. But, so... It got really weird to, you know, like, where, like, come the next couple of days, I'll be driving around, and Emily drives a silver Jeep. And every time I would see a silver Jeep out on the road, I'd be like, is that Emily? Is that Emily? And it got to the point where I was, like, writing songs and poems about her. Keep in mind,
God.
I was still dating Veronica.
Oh, no.
Veronica found them. And the entire time I had been dating Veronica, she was like I swear, like, she barely had a heartbeat. Like, the whole time, like, I was just kind of like, this chick don't give a fuck about me. Like, she just wants to fuck, and, like, that's it. Because, like, she just never seemed to show any interest in me as a human being besides a fucking walking penis, right? But then when she finds that stuff, she goes fucking ballistic, and she starts breaking down and crying and shit. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm up in fucking York, PA. That's where Veronica lived.
Oh, God.
And,
Not York.
like, she's fucking, yeah, York's a weird place. Lots of drugs in York.
There are lots of drugs in Hagerstown as well, so I don't want to hear jack shit.
Fuck you, bitch. But don't talk shit on the Hague.
The Hague.
Don't hate on the Hague. But so, like, she's just having this fucking meltdown. And I do what's probably the worst possible thing to do in that situation. Right in the middle of her breakdown, I just look at her and I say, I'm breaking up with you, and I fucking leave. Never saw her again. Never saw her again. She, like on my way back, she called me, and I just didn't answer. I just ghosted the fuck out of her, because I just didn't know what to do in the situation. Like, I was confronted with so much at this point. Like, it was like, obviously, she thought this relationship was something I didn't think it was, and now she's having a fucking breakdown. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't really want to be with her anyway. I was already planning on breaking up with her, and I just fucked off.
Bruh.
Because just,
That's
like,
wild.
in my fucking mind, I kind of have this, like, you know, like, this ideal in my mind of, like, you know, just rip off the Band-Aid and, like, get out of the situation before it gets worse, even if it's going to be bad right now.
Yeah.
So, that is a very big important piece to the story of how I ended up marrying Emily.
Yeah, I can tell.
Jesus.
Yikes.
So yeah, that's my crossfaded story. One of them anyway.
What? I'm trying to think of, like, what else I told you about the last story I told.
Well, don't bring it up here.
Well, no, but, like, I'm trying to think about it.
Bitch, if you
I'm
jump on
scrolling
that
through
table,
messages now.
if you jump on that table, I'm gonna fucking pull your tail off. Swear to fucking God. Don't make me fucking do it.
Oh, no.
I'll kill you, bitch. I'll kill you, bitch.
Oh, no.
Don't do it. I'll fucking kill you. Better fucking behave. I
Wait,
swear to God.
you have a pet?
Yeah, I have a cat. Her name is
Gotcha.
Delilah, and she's a fat tub cat.
Nice.
She's fucking disgusting. Yeah, I'm talking about you, you ugly
Ew,
fuck.
gross.
Stupid fat bitch. Don't fucking look at me like that. I ain't feeding you right now. You don't get fed for another 30 minutes. Fuck off. No, don't even. I swear. This fucking cat.
God, I'm scrolling through our text threads. We have a lot of real-life conversations. This makes a whole lot more sense.
I literally have like a million stories you haven't fucking heard. Like the fucking glass table.
I'm
the
not
glass table
surprised.
incident in Waynesboro.
When are we gonna get sheets together in Waynesboro?
Is there even a Sheets in Waynesboro?
Yeah, there is.
Have you-
Well, Rouserville.
Rouserville, dude.
Right, it's right beside
Rouserville is,
Waynesboro.
Rouserville is not Waynesboro.
It's right beside it, though. I mean,
Hold on, let me look at the fucking map real quick, because I'm pretty sure it's fucking not.
Rouserville is right beside Waynesboro. I'm like 15 minutes away. I'm not gonna say which direction. Don't pinpoint my location.
Yo, Hunter's watching the stream.
Is it?
Shout out to Junta.
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 British. In it, bruv. Yeah, no, Hunter, this is gonna be by far the longest podcast, I think. Yeah, because Rouserville's right next to Waynesboro.
Bro, that's like 20 minutes away.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Get into Rouserville, you go through, you get me in Waynesboro in 10 minutes.
Hold on, let me
You
figure
can be on
this
the
out.
opposite side of Rouserville and then get to Waynesboro in 10 minutes.
Alright, fine. Shut the fuck up.
Yet,
For some reason, I thought that Rouserville was up in like Catoctin country. What was I fucking thinking about? Was I thinking about Thurmont?
Fairmont, yeah, probably. I
Jesus.
dated a girl from, not dated, complicated a girl from Fairmont.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
fuck that bitch. Ah. Anyway, sorry.
Damn, that's wild. I thought Rouserville was like over where Emmitsburg is.
Can we go get sheets in Rouserville?
Bro,
These days.
I have $2 right now.
I'll pay for your gas. I'll Venmo.
I have gas. I mean, I'm not gonna go to Sheets and not get food.
I'll Venmo you for food. I will pay for your sheets if we go get Rouserville sheets.
Don't tempt me. No, but yeah, shout out.
How
to
far
Hunter
are
for
you
watching.
from Rouserville?
That's a good 40 minutes.
Come on, let's do it. It's like
hey,
30
Delilah.
for me.
Delilah, say something to the mic. Say hello to the stream.
Hey there, Delilah.
Fucking
What's
do
it
it.
like in New York City?
Do it, Delilah. If you don't fucking,
Hey there, Delilah.
If you don't-
What's it like in...
if you don't fucking meow into this microphone right now, you are never getting fed again.
God.
You are going to starve to death. I will lock you in the closet for the rest of your miserable life.
No.
I will take away your cat toy. You'll be in there by yourself. Fat ass tub cat. Fat ass tub cat. I think she just likes the attention I'm giving her right now.
Yeah, probably. It's kind of like Joey Davis.
Do not compare my cat to Joey Davis. Jesus Christ. He'll make me stomp on her head.
Oh God, that cat will die. Oh God. Yeah, no. Let's go get Rouserville sheets. Like, are you doing anything later?
I mean, yeah. Emily gets home at 6.
You and Emily drive to Rouserville. We'll get sheets. I'll pay for both of you.
I don't need to make you question your sexuality with my broad shoulders.
That's a good point.
These shoulders, man.
You know how funny it'd be if we got sheets, put it in the Discord, be like sheets.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
No, but fucking, you were naming jumpers. I don't even know how we got on that fucking tangent.
But yeah, Puma's on here, but we kind of covered that subject.
Yeah, Puma, he's a good guy. Just needs to get some shit under control. He's better than he used to be.
Yeah, I agree. I have Rog on here.
Rog's my boy.
Speaking of which, Rog's currently getting Sparkety to do his course.
Oh, dope. No, but
That's wild.
Rog's my boy. He's got a bit of a weird little anger issue sometimes. Like, I think that he blows up on kids a little bit too much. But that's also because Rog has been getting 100 runs full of a bunch of Roblox kids for like 5 years.
Yeah, it gotta be a bit much after a while.
Yeah, he's probably just so fucking fed up with this shit. Plus, he probably gets messages every fucking day. I used to get messages every day. Back when I had my Roblox kid fandom.
Oh god. Back in the day when the Roblox kids came.
Let me just tell you this. One of the Roblox kids that used to send me messages every day is someone that you know. I won't say who it is. I'm not going to expose him. But there is a prominent member of the jumping community right now who used to be a diehard Swantron fan and would send me YouTube messages.
I think I know who
and
you're
Xbox
talking
messages
about.
every day.
Hang on, you have Discord open by chance?
I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't want to out him, but
Just
you can send.
I'll get your reaction to it.
You can send your guess there. I will tell you, it is not him.
Really?
Really.
Ah.
Not that I know of anyway, but I used to get like a good bit. Like I'd wake up to like 2 or 3 messages every day at one point from like different people.
Sorry, my mother just asked what I wanted from Subway, and it's been so long since I've eaten Subway.
Oh, bro, fucking outlaw. Tell you want the outlaw.
Okay. That's what I'll get. If it's bad, fuck you, Swan.
Fucking blame Steph Curry, dude.
Fuck you, Swan. I'm gonna blame you anyways.
Steph Curry's the one going on the commercials talking about how great the outlaw is.
Provolone.
Provolone.
Chipotle sauce.
So I think maybe
Sorry, go for it.
I was just said I think maybe at this point the podcast may be nearing its natural conclusion. We've gone for 2.5 hours.
Well over the normal podcast length.
But I hope.
Yeah, all right. Wrapping it up.
I hope that the
Concluding
Swan
statements. You got
podcast-
any other kids you want to yell at while we're here?
Nah. I hope that the Swan Podcast 2 Electric Boogaloo matched up to your expectations.
Kinda. I feel like I was doing a lot of yelling in this podcast.
You had a tangent.
I had well, no, it's been on the same 3 people, so like, does it really count?
Chumpy, I want you
Because
to
the
go
same
out there.
3 people piss me off.
I want you to go out there and I want you to steal their clout. Okay.
That
that
is
is your
all
mission.
I am here for. That is the only reason
Go
why
out there
I even
and
chump.
steal their fucking clout.
I mean, it's pretty much the only reason why I'm here at this point. I don't need friends. That's not why I'm here.
But so, Chumpy, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, I'm done doing the ball podcast for a bit. I'm probably gonna upload a few more hype up videos for Halo Sasuke 16. Maybe do a 3-year anniversary fucking moments compilation or whatever the fuck. Basically just in general try to keep a hype train going for 16 because it's kind of hard to hype up a tournament whenever it's been on a bit of a hiatus. So that's the main thing. Just as a promise to you guys, it is going to happen in May. I put that in the video that I, poured my heart and soul into and got one reply from Tricky. And yeah, no, just expect some more hype ups coming. Tell your friends, get them hyped up. I'm trying to fill up spots quickly so I can get it done. Quickly done so I can get it done as good as possible, but also as quickly as possible, that tournament. Because 16 is,
So we are on the road to Halo Sasuke 16.
16, while it's the next tournament coming up, it's not necessarily the thing that I'm most hyped for, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Because 17 is what I'm most hyped for, because I'm going to do the 100 tournament, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what's coming in the long run. Expect 16 in May, 17 also in the summer, probably July-ish. I think I put a whole thing in the Discord of when I'm doing. My goal is to do 3 tournaments this year.
Dope. For me,
Even though I'm missing half the year. You got anything?
for me, when it comes to Aborigines, we're planning on doing an abs podcast soon. We're planning on getting 27 done maybe March, April, May-ish. We'll see. It depends on whether or not we got 100 competitors, when it's actually going to happen. It's still up in the air. We're still building. We're still working on it, developing things.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be the podcast. We're planning on maybe doing that Abs 1 remastered thing. Then we are also planning on getting a Sweatcraft uploaded onto the channel for the first time.
Oh, shit.
Which, if you don't know what that is, it's we bring 8 people into a Minecraft game. If you die, you're fucking dead. No respawning. And then we have a set of goals that we try to do. It's a lot of fun. It's always a fucking shit show. We rarely actually win. We're planning on getting HFC videos done. If you don't know what HFC was, it was basically I gave people gravity hammers and put them in a ring and let them duke it out to see who won. It was fun back in the day.
Yeah, I was pretty bad at it.
And that is all we currently have really committed to. But, you know, there might be other small things coming up on my channel. Like maybe me and Umple will do some gaming streams or something. And it'll just be a good fucking time.
All right.
So
thanks for going on the podcast, even though you asked to come on the podcast.
I didn't ask. I called dibs, actually.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much asking. Because I could have said no.
So, basically...
But I don't have the backbone to say no. And also, the Last Swan podcast has the most views on my channel. That is not a Halo Sasuke.
I don't know what it is.
Video.
When it comes to podcasts, I pull views. I don't know what it is.
I think the Swan podcast has more views than Abs 26.
At the moment, probably, yeah. But Abs 26 will get its views. It'll take a little time. But yeah, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to take a piss, feed my cat, feed myself, and then I'm going to play Crusader Kings until 4 in the morning.
Alright. Peace out, gang. It's been real. See you in 3 more months whenever I start the next season of Bald Podcast. Skaters.
Take it easy, Chumpalump.